And we live yet again. And listen, y'all know I'm gonna get the intro music popping as soon as I can. I'm definitely gonna have that rocking, man. Salute to the people, salute to everybody coming in. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all in advance. Listen, when y'all come in the building, make sure y'all smash the like button, and definitely, if you're not following the page, follow the page. We're trying to grow. We're trying to grow support for the channel, so we can bring you live content on a regular basis, lives with the homies. But like I was mentioning earlier, that I definitely want to get more ladies, more women involved in the channel for sure. I think that's going to help the channel grow immensely. So I got some ideas that I'll be, bringing forth, but that's just what it is, what it come down to. Now, I'm on the road right now. Y'all can see I'm working. I'm in the glasses this morning today, but salute to all my people. When my brothers come in, I'm going to get off camera and we're going to be cooking. But today, the big topics of conversation is Devin Haney. He said, who is he to Jaron Boots Ennis? And he's not representing his lineal status as being a two-time unified champion at 147. Devin Haney is flexing A-side. Devin Haney, he's established in the sport 7 time. Excuse me. He's been champion for 7 years. Um, I mean, so he's at the pinnacle, big name in the sport. So he's just kind of letting guys know that certain guys won't dictate to him. A Javante Davis, a Errol Spence. Maybe a big name like Ryan Garcia might. But for the most part, I salute to the Queen Angie Baby in the building. Appreciate you, Angie Baby. But for the most part, these guys is not going to dictate to Devin. So he's letting the people know. But of course, I'm starting to think Devin may be in silk sheets. We'll see. We'll see how everything play out. And now that I'm on social media, I do be checking Devin's Instagram, and I see he's actively working out. He pretty much posts a workout photo every day. So even with the fight in November, which is now that's still about. Okay, we got September, October, November. So we still got 3 months, more than right around 3 months, a little less than 3 months until the fight. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely excited, anticipating Devin at 147, but also Boots Ennis at 154. Now we did see Boots. He was working out and training with Canelo Alvarez. Boots looks like he's healthy. That's a strong looking Boots, not an emaciated Boots cutting the 147. So I'm definitely knowing him being a switch hitter. He's giving Canelo a lot of good work to prepare for Bud Crawford. So that's what I mean. I want to see. We wanted to see who is preparing Canelo, who is preparing. We want to know who's preparing Bud, but of course, I'm sure his stablemate is Lester Martinez, and he has a Steven Nelson, guys like that. But I want to know if they brought anybody else in for Bud. But as we see, Canelo has brought in Darrell Val Saint. He's brought in Yoneli Hernandez, and he's brought in Jaron Boots Ennis, the former lineal unified champion. So this is great sparring in my opinion. And I got my brother Free in the building. And of course, some other brothers will be coming in. But salute, Free.
What's good? What's good?
Man, just another day, man, and giving thanks. I kind of wanted to talk about Devin, his comments towards Boots. Did you hear the Ak and Barack interview, or did you get to see it?
Nah, I didn't watch it.
Okay. So he had a comment in there. And I'm gonna ask you about this, and I want to ask you about the sparring between Boots and Devin. But I want to ask you this, Free. So the comments was this. Now, talking about the Boots in this fight, Devin, of course, said that they offered it to Boots at 147. Well, they tried to get Boots at 147. He said 152. Devin said he never fought it. 152, so it was a no, right? So Devin's comments was in reference to Boots. Who is he? Um, Bubba Sack in the building. Salute to you. And please make sure I smash the like button and definitely follow the page. He's kind of was his reference was in reference to Boots, like who is he to dictate to Devin? Now the mind state of boxing now we see it's a lot of A-side tactics, a lot of guys moving their weight around. What's your thoughts on Devin's kind of speaking of Boots or thinking about Boots in a sense like who is he and essentially being the A-side over Boots?
Well, I mean, if you're asking a fighter, man, that's in a higher weight class and you in a lower weight class, he's gonna say, okay, if you want to fight, we can do it at 52. I mean, you ask him to fight the man. He's not asking to fight you. You asking to fight him. So if you want to fight with him, he's in a higher weight class. He's saying, okay, we can have a fight, but it's got to be at 152. I moved up to 54 now, so it's got to be at 152. I don't know. Like I said, if you're asking somebody else to do something that not calling for you, you're calling for him, then you got to expect him to have some type of demands in order to make the fight. It's not going to be just one
100%.
one-sided demand from you.
No, I'm in full agreement with that, Free. Now, speaking to the sparring between Boots and Canelo, what's your thoughts on them bringing in Boots for camp?
I mean that's a good look. I mean, everybody already has said the only person that they saw that's close to Bud Crawford was Jaron Boots Ennis. So if you about to fight Bud Crawford, it's smart for you to ask Jaron Boots Ennis, can you spar with him to get ready for Bud Crawford? Because he's the closest person to a Bud Crawford. Now they don't fight in exactly the same, but they both switch hitters. They both have a boxer puncher style, and they're very similar. I mean, it's not exactly the same as a Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford still has a better ring IQ, I believe, than Jaron Boots Ennis. And Bud Crawford has the experience over Jaron Boots Ennis. But for a style matchup, that gets him prepared. That's about as close to Bud Crawford as you're going to get, and that gets him prepared for Bud Crawford. It's a smart move for Canelo Alvarez to reach out to Jaron Boots Ennis.
100%. I thought that was a fantastic decision. Bringing in athletic, power puncher like Boots. Man, that was a great decision. Now, I mean, I'm really looking forward to now let me ask you this, Free. It's funny how the people were saying that Boots is a sellout and stuff like that for helping Canelo versus Bud. But no, I didn't hear those comments about Canelo in the sense that Boots is about to fight Virgil. So what's up with that? What's your thoughts on that? I don't think nobody said that.
Um, I mean, people are going to say what they want to say. They don't want Canelo to beat Bud, and so if Jaron Boots is helping Canelo out. They feel like, oh, you a sellout because he's a Mexican and he's fighting an African American. You are African American helping out a Mexican get ready for another African American. So I mean, people is weird when it comes to that type of energy because it's a fight at the end of the day. You do what you need to do to get better, and just like you said, Jaron Boots Ennis is trying to make the Virgil Ortiz fight next and Canelo Alvarez fight a similar style to Virgil Ortiz. He's a come forward power puncher, same as a Virgil Ortiz. Once again, Canelo Alvarez is more experienced, his ring IQ is better, but they have a similar style. So not only is Canelo getting workout for Bud, but Boots is getting worked out for Virgil. So it's a give and take in both of their situations.
Nah, absolutely. And I think people got to be more even keeled, man. A lot of times people get all emotional. They see something and they start commenting, but they don't understand that it's a bigger picture. Now, in my opinion, I see that Boost Ennis is moving up to a higher weight division. And I was listening to Greg Hackett, and Greg Hackett was speaking, and he was saying that Boots wants to test himself. You know what I'm saying? He wants to get that level of experience against a Canelo. So I think that'll be beneficial for his career and when he moves up to 154 and above. So let me ask you this, Free. In your opinion, what's Ortiz verse? And we'll get in that Barber Sack. He said Ortiz versus Lubin. Yes, Ortiz versus Lubin is next. But the thing about it is it's still in the future. So that's what I'm saying. He's gonna use that experience with Canelo in future fights. So that's kind of why it's kind of like, why is there a double
Yeah,
standard?
that's supposed to be Boots' fight next after he gets past his opponent. That's the fight that they're lining up next after both these guys get finished with their next opponent. So that's why I said he's getting ready for Virgil Ortiz. It's not so
I
much
seen that too. Yeah,
as
so he is.
the immediate fight; it's the fight after that.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. And Boba Sack, you're right. He'll be fighting Lubin next. But then the plans is for Boots next year. They saying that Lubin is a good test to get prepared for Boots for Virgil. What's your thoughts on that, Free? Do you think that's a good kind of barometer or a test for Virgil before Boots?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Uh, Lubin don't do anything. I mean, if you want to say maybe a boxer, okay, that's fine. But far as style, nah, they don't fight nowhere near the same. Like I mean, Lubin doesn't move around the ring like Jaron Boots Ennis. He doesn't switch hit like Jaron Boots Ennis. I don't. I mean, the power might be the same. I don't know. I don't know how hard neither one of these guys hit. But as far as saying that he's a similar style to Jaron Boots Ennis, nah, not even close.
He's going to give resistance to Virgil. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a good fight. But like you saying, it's a totally different style. I mean, I don't know. I just want to see the matchup. Now, did they put a date on a Barber Sack or anybody in the chat? Do you know the date for the Lubin versus Ortiz? Okay, I went out. My brother Free went out on my end, but I'm moving around, so it could
No,
be me.
I didn't hear a date for the Lubin and Virgil. I don't know exactly what's the date for that fight.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to put out any false information. I believe it may be November 8th. Salute to our brother Prize in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. And listen, everybody's watching right now. If you're not following, please follow the page and definitely smash the like button. Now we just had to cook. We just had to come in and Prize. If you're available, come in. I need you to speak on this because Devin, our guy, he didn't say who is Boots in reference to Devin being a bigger star. And then now we got Boots sparring Canelo in preparation for his move up, but also Canelo's preparation for Bud Crawford. We need to know from the people, how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all want to see do y'all like the fact that Boots is working with Canelo? Do y'all think it's beneficial to both of these guys progression moving forward? And Free, I'm not sure if you told me, yeah, did you have a pick for this Canelo Crawford fight?
I tell you, I picked Canelo to win. I'm rooting for Bud, but I picked Canelo to win because Bud has never fought at that weight class, and he's really moving up three weight classes. He only had one fight at 54, so he's really moving up three weight classes, and he's had a long layoff. I mean, it's going to be like 400 days since the last time he fought. So he's the older guy, he's the smaller guy, and he's the guy that's inactive. So he's coming off almost 13 month. I mean, actually more than 13 months. It's like 14-month layoff, and then you're about to fight the bigger guy, the best guy at 68, and the more experienced guy. I mean, we know that Bud is a talented fighter, but Canelo is a talented fighter as well, and Canelo has been at that weight class much longer. He's been fighting on a bigger stage much longer than than Bud Crawford. So I'm rooting for Bud to win, but I believe Canelo's going to win the fight.
And let me say this, I was definitely even leaning Crawford for my pick before the fight, just off of what I saw in the William Skull fight and kind of the fact that I believe that Canelo's kind of been plotting, and it's still gonna be a good fight. I think I'm leaning towards Canelo now as my pick, just based off of the work that he's getting in, the guys he's bringing into camp. He's definitely taking this fight extremely serious. I was originally thinking that this was possibly a money grab for Canelo, but uh, man, I don't think so anymore, man. I think Canelo is extremely focused, and I think he wants to hurt and stop Bud Crawford. That's just my opinion now that I see he's working with Yoneli Hernandez. He's working with Jaron Boots Ennis. These are some of the top guys in the sport currently, and young guys, hungry guys. So they're going to do nothing but get Canelo ready for this opportunity. So I mean, this is a great fight now. I'm more excited about the fight now that I see that Canelo is extremely serious. He's not playing no games. Um, VM Cabrones, salute, bro. Appreciate you, fam, for coming in. He said, "What about Boots and Haney?" Yeah. So what happened with is that Devin is he's really growing into his own now, just as far as being a big name. Before he was kind of looked at a certain way, but now he's letting people know he's the A side. We'll see how that plays out for the young brother, but it's definitely exciting to see. He also said Canelo is giving Crawford mad respect in his training at 110%. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. He's training at 110%. You could tell he's cut up. He's got the best young fighters that he can find training with him. Darrell Val Saint, Yoneli Hernandez, Jaron Boots Ennis. This is going to be and I hopefully that everything goes well over the next couple of weeks of training, so that when September 14th, September 13th come around, we can get that big fight, that big a great fight actually. Now I gotta ask you this, Free. Do you think with all the kind of do comments like what Devin has been talking, kind of flexing his A side a little bit? Do those concern you in a sense that maybe he might I don't want to say overlooking Brian, but just that silk sheets. He's a multi-millionaire fighter now. Do you believe that Devin still has the hunger to compete at the top of the sport?
Um, yeah, I mean, he better. You're not getting in there with a light puncher. I mean, Brian Norman is not willing to give up his title. He just got the title. He ain't trying to give it up. He only had one title defense, and it took him a long time to get on this stage to be considered as one of the top guys. So he's not going out. He's not going down without a fight. So if he's not prepared to fight on the top level, he's going to find out very quickly that messing with Brian Norman was the wrong move.
Nah, that's the truth. That's true enough. And salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. Um, Bob said he said the undercard is good as well. I don't know why some are saying it's trash. Yo, let's speak on the undercard real quick. They got Fernando Vargas Jr. versus Callum Walsh. I love that fight. That's a good step up fight for both guys. The Melifino fight. I think I like Fernando Vargas Jr. He seems like a good kid, humble kid. So I'm excited to see this matchup. Let's speak on that fight first. Free. Do you know anything about these two guys, the Callum Walsh, Fernando Vargas Jr. And if so, what's your thoughts about that matchup?
I mean, Fernando Vargas Jr. I know about. I don't know about his opponent that much. But Fernando Vargas Jr. He's a similar fighter to his father. He doesn't. I mean, he has a little bit of footwork, but not outstanding footwork. But he seems to fight. Uh, yeah, he has a similar style to his father. But he's a tough opponent. I think Fernando Vargas is going to win this fight fairly easy. It's gonna be a battle at first, but I think Fernando Vargas is gonna wear his opponent down. He might even stop him in the later rounds. But his opponent, I'm not too familiar with him. I've seen him fight, I think, like once or twice. He's decent,
Yeah,
but
he
I
decent,
don't.
just decent.
Yeah, I don't think he's something that you have to say, okay, Fernando Vargas got to watch out for this guy. Now, he definitely got to come in there on his A game because you can get beat by anybody. But I don't think it's an opponent where they setting him up with a tough fight. I think it's more so a showcase fight than it is a tough fight.
Nah, absolutely. I'm in full agreement. Salute to my brother Hot Rod in the building. We just talking, we're gonna talk Boost. We talking Devin and his comments. Also the sparring Canelo. Right now we on the undercard. It's really, and now I heard that they bringing Princesa Anthony Alasquaga. He's fighting on I believe one of the first days. Like I think they're gonna do a 3-day event. They haven't released all of the names just yet, but that's one guy. And I know like they're gonna have Marco Verde, Steven Nelson, some other guys are fighting that week as well. Um, and on the outside of that, I mean, I'm really just looking forward to Canelo Crawford, in my opinion. I think some of these other guys are exciting fighters, but that's the big fight. I the audio through. Yeah, I can't hear Hot Rod if you talking.
Yo,
Yeah, oh, there you go.
What's good, Hot Rod? Yeah, we can hear you now, bro. And salute to our brother Thomas in the building. Yeah, what Bob Sag, you right. He is with UFC Fight Pass. Tom Loeffler, 360 Promotions, Callum Walsh. Good fighter. But like you're saying, this is gonna be a great fight for both of these young prospects trying to move into contender status. Hot Rod, I gotta ask you, bro, and we gonna talk freely. I kind of want to get some more guys in here so we can definitely just talk, like speak freely. I don't want to kind of control the panel because I'm actually on the road, but I just wanted to chop it up with y'all for a
hold
little bit. Um,
hold
so we, and salute to our brother Thomas. I'm not sure he said what's good to the family. And now, so that let me drop the link in the case anybody wanna bid. I mean, a real prize fighter doing salute prize. We working. And can you not all do? See, okay. Hold on, let me see here. Uh, Audio is coming. Y'all let me know y'all can't hear me or anything is off at any time. Y'all just let me know. I'm moving around right now, but I do want to drop the link in the chat just so everybody can have it. If they coming in the chat. Let me see here. And I want you to just talk freely if possible. Yo.
yo, what up?
All right, what up? What up? I think Free fell off, but I'm glad the audio coming through. We still in the building. Salute to everybody tapping in with us. Shout out to my brother Prize, my brother Hot Rod in the building. I'm doing a road show. I gotta work. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta work double time. But since the Dub Live, going live has been on my mind. I be wanting to chop it up with the family and talk with y'all, talk boxing. So I gotta do that on an everyday basis. Now, Prize, how the audio coming through on your end?
I can say I can hear you good. How I sound?
Okay. Okay, perfect. You sound perfect, bro.
Right.
All right, so and salute to everybody that's still in the building with us. Okay, I'm still about to drop the link for everybody. Now, Prize, I want you to speak on this, bro. Um, Devin, he came out and said, "Who is Jaron?" And kind of implying that he's a bigger name. He's a A-side, so Jaron can't dictate to him. What's your thoughts on Devin? Both of these are our guys, but what's your thoughts on Devin flexing his A-side? And is it concerning you at all in the sense of him? Still fighting at the top level.
Nah, I mean, if that's the way he feel, But Dev have been around before. He got more accolades. He's been in bigger fights, so I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Devin looked like he
Mm.
ready to fight anybody, stepping up, fighting Brian Norman Jr. So he's doing what most people would want most of these fighters to do. So I don't have a problem with these young boys flexing on one another, flex their chains, flex their A side, flex their jewelry, they watch or whatever. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I don't have a problem with him doing it. That's what
One
he's
hundred
supposed to
percent.
do.
And Hot Rod, I know Hot Rod, he working in the background, he doing his thing. So Hot Rod, whenever this open panel style prize, so just speak freely.
Yeah.
We just because I'm on the road, so if I cut out, I need y'all to just be hanging out, just talking or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I wanted okay now about the sparring with Canelo. So Jaron, he's been linked to Canelo. They been sparring. Jaron looked big and healthy. I don't know if you saw the photo. I wish I could show it right now, but he looked big and healthy. Pause.
Uh-huh.
What what's your take on that? Him sparring Canelo, and also everybody's kind of like our brother TD was talking. I was driving, so I couldn't get in the chat, but TD was mentioning that Boots is getting criticism for helping Canelo. I haven't
Yeah.
heard people criticizing Canelo for helping Boots because Boots is fighting Virgil in 2026. So just speak on the sparring and what's your thoughts on the whole thing?
Yeah, I don't care about that either. It's good work. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I seen some people saying, "Oh, Boots sold out. He's helping Crawford go against the brothers." And they can, and if you feel like that, you're entitled to your opinion. But if you asking me, I don't. That's good work. I mean, what better sparring partner you can ask for than Canelo for Jaron Ennis? What better sparring partner you can ask to get ready for Terrence Crawford than Jaron Ennis? And like you said, he was husky as I don't know what standing next to Canelo. I was like, man, Boots a big young boy, so I feel like it's good work for both of them. If some other the brothers is mad, it's all right. I still rock with y'all. I just disagree on that. I don't think that it's that bad. If the man want to get some work, that's some good work for Jaron in this. You know, say it's
100
not.
100%. Great work for Jerron. In any he's moving up in weight.
And
Uh,
three, if you notice, get real close up, it looked like Canelo eye was a little lump.
I gotta relook at the picture. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
He in there sparring with Boots. He in there sparring with Yoneli Hernandez. He got the
mhm.
real Val Saint. All these young guys are at the top of the sport. And Darrell, he'll be up there as well soon. But man, these guys is good work, man. So I think it's a great idea. And our brother TD Sports Talk, he said it's good work that Canelo probably paid for. 100%.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure Boots is getting paid.
he ain't come out there for
Absolutely.
free. Sparring is a
Absolutely.
job. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
He probably
And
got a
yeah.
nice little check for that. You know what I'm saying? And he got good work. It's just all for to me. It's just an overall win-win for both of them. You know what I mean? For Bud and not Bud. I'm sorry, but Boots
No.
and Canelo. I'm pretty sure he compensated Boots well to get a star like that to come spar you. I mean that can't be cheap. So I mean
Nah,
I
I
ain't,
don't
and he
think.
got good work in. I'm sure it was good work because I'm pretty sure Boots took it kind of serious, and so did
No,
Canelo.
absolutely. No, absolutely. And salute to Des 22 in the building. We just cooking on this Devin Boost Canelo conversation. Hey, listen, our brother TD Sports Talk, he said, yeah, Canelo had an eye jammy.
You saw
Now,
that, right? You saw that, right, TD?
now that's funny now, and I gotta say this a quick little joke. That every time I hear jammy, right, I think I'm gonna tell my age. You know, the Martin Lawrence movie Big Mama's House, the first one with Nia Long, when
Yeah.
she had and she was like, "That's a jammy jam stain," and Nia Long was like leaning up or whatever. Nia Long was fine, one of the finest
Yes,
women
indeed.
ever.
Ever,
Oh my
ever.
goodness, whoo, made shortcuts fire. Well, her and Jada Pinkett, respectfully. Um,
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Jada like that. She would look good, but I didn't see what everybody else saw.
already now. Salute everybody in the building. Everything by John is in the building. Appreciate you, bro. He said I love that response, bro. These guys are fake mad and fake raging and weak. And these are so-called brothers. Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
so I'm not
100%.
gonna I'm not gonna go against one of the other brothers if they want to create a video and say this is how they feel. They're entitled to say what they want on their channel. If you don't like it, then we don't gotta watch it. But if you ask me how I feel and I had to make a video about it, I would say I don't care enough. Really, it's just sparring and it's good work for both of them. I don't look at Jaron like, oh, you went against the brothers. I don't look at them like that. I look at them like nice payday, nice work, good payday, good work. So that's how I look at it. I don't want to be too critical on these guys and until they start until they start ducking or whatever. Man, they can't drive, bro.
And I know how it is. I'm being careful on the road too. And salute to my brother Just Do Boxing in the building and D for the win in the building. Listen,
Salute, just do.
hey, and listen, the link has been dropped. We can hold up to 10 if anybody want to jump on this morning and say that piece. Let's work. We got Devin. He spoke out about Boots. Devin is flexing A-side. He's the big man on campus now. He's taking on tough challenges, so he going move his weight around. Now we also have Jaron Ennis, Canelo Alvarez, bringing Jaron Ennis into camp. What's y'all thoughts on that? And Canelo Alvarez, he's actually helping Jaron as well. That's another piece of it. And Virgil Ortiz fight is next year. So do y'all feel like Canelo is going against the Mexican fighters, the Hispanics? I mean, this is
Right.
nasty work.
It's the
I just
same
feel like
thing.
it's the same thing. But
Same
my
thing.
whole thing is not. My whole thing is this. Like my brother said, the race bait and stuff is nasty. And it's not like Boots and Bud are friends. I could see if Boots came up under Bud, that would be different. But this is
Right.
just two guys looking for work, looking to compete at the top level. Canelo bringing in Boots just means that he want to smoke Crawford. I
Yes.
love this, bruh. This built the fight up, in my opinion. Just showing that they working together as a hardcore boxing fan. I'm more excited about the fight than I was before, knowing that Canelo was taking it serious 100%. So,
Yeah, he definitely is. When I saw that picture, I was like, oh, wow. Oh, all right. I said, so these boys ain't playing around here in these streets, huh? I see it.
mhm.
I can dig it. I
Nah.
ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? It's boxing. Like I get what you're saying. Some people be fake mad, like the brother said. One of the brothers in the chat said, but can't really. If you know that video ain't for you, just don't click it. That's all I can say. But I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like I don't care enough. Like I feel like it's a good win-win for everybody. And then if you want to play that thing, three just told y'all, well, is Canelo going against the Mexicans? They're helping the brother out. You can look at and he got a fight with Ortiz. So you can say the same thing. It's the same thing. So I don't want to get into all that race stuff like that. But
Because
I
it's
ain't mad.
irrelevant.
It's a black fighter. He's
Man,
still Jerron is still my brother. And I'm gonna still support my American guys, my brothers.
yeah, of course. Listen, and this is great for the sport. Competition is always great for the sport. These two guys is working. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all smash the like button and definitely follow the page if you haven't followed yet. Everything by John. He's cooking this morning. He said, keep in mind the other two Cuban fighters didn't get any slack for training with Canelo either, and they're black. Selective BS. 100%. That's a fact right there. And salute to Yo Nelly, salute to Val Saint, man. Those guys is going to be future champions in the sport. So we see Canelo is not playing around. I got Hot Rod. You in the building with us? Okay, Hot Rod is still probably more than likely still working. Free, I got to check your audio. How your audio, Free?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. And then we just
Can you hear
we
me?
pretty much spoke on this already. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, Free. You moving around, but you good. We can hear you. Um, I gotta ask y'all this, and we got a lot of people in here. Salute to y'all. The Virgil Ortiz versus Lubin fight. I want to know what's y'all thoughts on it and who y'all got winning.
Say that again, three. I'll let one of the other brothers go first.
I
We
got,
gonna
I
go.
got,
We go
I got, I
Ortiz
got
Lubin.
virtue. I got virtue. Probably stop Lubin in the later rounds. I mean, Lubin he tends to get into a firefight, and he's a better boxer, but because he tends to fight the other fighters fight, Virgil Ortiz is the wrong person to do that with. Um, I thought he lost the fight against Jesus Ramos. He got, in my opinion, he got a gift decision, but he does that against Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is experienced enough and talented enough to stop Lubin and don't let Lubin finish that fight. So I think Virgil Ortiz is going to eventually stop Lubin in the later rounds.
What's your thoughts on the prize? If you can't speak on it, I'll speak on it real quick.
Nah, I'm good. Uh, I like Lubin. But like D Free said, he sometimes fight the other guys fight, bro. If Lubin box and move and try not to get in too much of an exchange, I think he can win. But will he win? I don't know, man. I wouldn't bet my money on him. But I like Lubin. I want him to win. I'm pulling for him. I just think Virgil going to just get him at the end. Maybe if he stop him, I could see that. But I could see him getting a unanimous too, though. So. I don't know. That's a tough one. But
That
Verge will probably go ahead and win that. I would bet my money on Verge.
Yeah, I would have to bet with Virgil on that one. But Lubin, he showed that he's a good outboxer when he wants to be. I just think that the Virgil work rate is going to be a little too much. He did well with Jesus Ramos, even though a lot of people feel like Jesus Ramos won that fight. But Virgil, I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more pressure. And I mean, I think it's less calculated than Jesus, but I think his work rate and his punch output is gonna eventually be the deciding factor in that fight. But it should be a good fight. And everything by John, he said salute the Boost though, because every time there's some news around his name, it blows up. He's got a lot of haters. 100%, bro. 100%. Boo's got a lot of haters, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
crazy.
I mean, I maybe it's because he's destined for greatness. I'm not sure maybe is it the fact that they called him the new Roy Jones or something like that? Maybe that's what it
They
was,
called him that. You know what I mean? He didn't make
Yeah.
that up. That's what they said. He was like people on YouTube get on there, saying stuff, and now they persuade the fans, and now there you go. He never said I was the next Roy. That's what they said. So yeah, you right. Everything about John. You facts. He did drop Fundora, but then he started fighting Fundora fight.
Yeah, he did. He did. And we got a little bit of background of somebody listening to the show, possibly. I appreciate you. Now, and Marky Dan, the historian, is in the building. Salute, Marky. How the audio coming through?
Your audio is coming through good. How is my audio?
Perfect, bro. Listen, this is open form. As long as we gonna cook, as long as y'all can rock out with me, we gonna cook. We know we got our meeting at 5, but so we got plenty of time. This is open form. Y'all speak freely because I'm out here on the road. But just to start, Marky, I want to get your thoughts on um kind of the Devin's comments. Who is Boots? Devin kind of flexing A-side now, and also Boots training with Canelo, sparring, getting that work in. What's your thoughts?
Uh, well, to I'm gonna start with Boots and Canelo first. I think that's great. You know, nothing wrong with getting with one of the best, especially one of the best of the past 2 decades. So I love it. Not only that, it's good for Canelo. He gets to practice against a really athletic switch hitter, somebody who's younger than Bud Crawford, and carries a lot more weight more naturally than Bud does. So good for the two of them. I don't see no problems with that. I heard from somewhere that people were complaining or like some content creators had their panties in a bunch. I mean, them niggas can go. I mean, you know what they can go do. They can go straight to hell. I mean, like, who are you, dude? And then to the Devin Haney stuff, I like it. I like it. I mean, because I think one of these days, probably sooner than later, Devin Haney's gonna be at 154, and that's a check that he's gonna have to cash eventually. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no problem with it.
Absolutely.
Who is Boots?
Absolutely.
And Boots might go in there and put his boot directly up Devin Haney's ass. That's a possibility. I ain't got no
Mm-hmm.
problem with it.
Nope. I like both of them, and whoever loses, I'm still gonna root for them, so it don't even matter.
Yup.
No, absolutely. I'm in full agreement. I think that'll be an exciting fight at 154. But as we can see, Boots is he's not a small guy. Neither is Devin. I do think that they'll more than likely be a weight class apart, unless it becomes one of the biggest fights in the sport. I don't think it's there just yet, even though it's extremely big fight. Now, man, everybody in the building, make sure y'all smash the like button and definitely follow if you haven't followed yet. Please do so. Salute to my brothers. The Sports Talk Network is in the building. Now, I also gotta ask y'all this. I mean, since we just cooking and speaking freely, what's going on with Teofimo Lopez? And what's y'all what have y'all been hearing about Tio possibly turning down the Shakur fight? What's y'all thoughts? Are we gonna see Tio back? I mean, it's not looking good right now.
T.O. doing what T.O. do, duck, complain. That's why he ain't never get a payday.
All right, I was on mute. Good. Yeah.
Nah, go ahead,
I
Mark.
don't. Yeah, I don't know if we could curse on here, but I'm a curse anyway. I don't give a flying fuck what Teofimo Lopez is doing or what he has to say, like at all whatsoever. He is at the level of a beggar on the corner to me. Okay, so till I see a press conference scheduled, I don't care,
And I'm
and
with
I
you,
don't
Mark.
believe it. I don't believe the
And
Shakur
Mark,
fight is happening.
nah, it's definitely not signed just yet. Let me just kind of break down how I'm doing the cursing, right? um Late night like we usually do on all our other shows, it makes sense, we just cooking. I definitely want the viewers to enjoy the quality of the content that we speaking on. A lot of times cursing will turn off certain viewers, so as long as they rocking with us, it's cool. But like I told you before, Mark, ESPN cursing is fine with me. The little Stephen A cursing or whatever, that's fine. But now, of course, I ain't cool. Now, Crush the Legend, that's why people that has been living life and put in the hours, the years, they might have a little bit more energy and have a little bit more poor language, unfortunately. But we love them and they can cook. We understand that they have earned the right. But being, 25 Marky, you living on a beach, your feet are in the sand. Um, you know, you doing all right. But nah, salute to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. We definitely appreciate the support. Everybody in here to smash the like button and definitely to follow the page. Salute to my brother Justin James in the building. Definitely make sure y'all smash the like button. Y'all can follow me on all socials at B3 Box and Picks right now, and definitely subscribe to B3 Picks TV. Now, but like you're saying, you can't control it all. This guy, everything by Johnny said, man, FTO. He should move up to 147 and fight Norman or a champion. If not, be quiet. Man, that's a big statement, man. Listen, the people have spoken. They want Teal to shut up and
Shut
fight.
up.
uh, for lack of a better term right now. Now we did have our show last night about Tank telling the fans to shut up. I think that's a whole different premise than what John is saying. John is saying compete against the best. Tank is saying shut up. Don't worry about me competing against the best. Just allow me to make my money and move on. So
Hmm.
that is it's a completely different context. And salute to everything by John for pointing that out. Now, Hot Rod, he's definitely he's working right now. Hot Rod, the horse player, he's getting his picks in for the day. So I appreciate my brother on the panel. It's appreciate Free. He's moving around, but he's still pulled up. Prize always supporting, always showing love. And Marky Dan, the historian, he was live this morning and he's back again. What's going on, Free? You about to say something?
Nah, I'm out here crabbing right now. I'm out here at the Chesapeake Bay crabbing. That's why
That's
I'm
dope.
doing this
That's
Wednesday.
lit.
Yeah. Thank God my guy Frilio. Holy crap. It's a bunch
What
of little
happened?
flies that started flying in front of me. It's a whole crowd of them. Wow. I
Yeah,
didn't know that y'all could see that. But my
my,
bad.
bro-
But salute
my
to Free.
brothers. My brothers and sisters, Marky Dan is free is lit. Oh, free on the water for real. Yeah.
I'm on the water too. Salute to you, free. It's beautiful out
Salute.
here.
Yeah, look, Marky on the Mark live on the beach. He from the Virgin Islands, everybody. So Marky, he's always enjoying the good weather. Free out there. He look like he at the pier having a good time but catching some crabs. Let's
Yeah, go
go.
unalive some crabs, Frilio.
Hey man, salute the lucky upset. He said Canelo is going to hurt him. Woo!
I
Listen, we got to
found out
talk
it's
about
some.
this.
I
Go ahead,
found out
Mark.
it's some people that never even seen the ocean. Like, that shit is
It's
crazy to
sad.
me. But
It's
yeah,
sad, man. But
but
listen, people can't get around. People can't move, Mark. People can't move around. So that's a blessing to be near the ocean. But let's salute the lucky in the building and everybody in the building. Smash the like button and follow the page. We got to cook on this, Mark. I want to come to you first, and then we'll swing it around. Uh, do you feel like Canelo was going to hurt and possibly stop Bud?
I mean, it's a strong possibility that he could, but if Bud is on drugs and Bud and gains the proper weight and his skills carry up, I think it's also a pretty decent possibility that Bud could put hands and feet on Canelo Alvarez and potentially even stop him.
Man, stopping Canelo is what y'all think about in the chat? This brother Marky said possibly stopping Canelo. I know that sounds super far fetched. No, Marky, when you say stop, you think about corner stoppage, possibly no
I
mas.
mean, I mean, listen. I'll say this: Canelo has a rock of Gibraltar. He has a chin. He has a chin of
Oh.
iron. I won't. That ain't even a pause. That's not a pause. Whoever just said that, I contest that pause. But either which way, Canelo has an exceptional chin. I agree. But Bud Crawford, when he gets his man hurt or he sees some vulnerability, a different side of him comes out. You know what I'm talking about, B3. Demon Bud. I think
Mm.
it's a and I didn't say he was going to. I said it's a possibility he could stop him.
Man, this is gonna be a great fight. I gotta get free out the free. You just jump in when you can. He out crabbing, enjoying himself. So I know he made his audio might go in out. Just jump in whenever you want, free. But
Yo,
I I gotta ask this. And Prize, you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
The Canelo is gonna hurt Bud. That's what Lucky said. What's your thoughts on that? Is he? I mean, he's getting the best training. It's gonna be a fight right here. What you think? You think he gonna hurt Bud?
Shit,
Canelo
he
might go
can.
that bad.
He can. He definitely can hurt Terrence Crawford. We seen Terrence Crawford get hurt by Mean Machine. So you think if Mean we seen him get hurt by Gamboa back in the day. I know that was a minute ago, but it happened. So I mean, he definitely can hurt him. Will he? I don't know. I think the way Canelo looked in his last fight, I don't have any confidence in him anymore. I think Terrence Crawford's gonna beat him easily.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all hear the truth?
I
Uh,
don't know. I don't know if Canelo's going to hurt Bud. I think he has the capability of hurting Bud. But see, the thing is, I think Bud is smart enough to not sit right there in front of Canelo. Now, can Canelo wear him down later in the fight? Yeah, he can definitely be wore down, but I don't know if he's going to hurt him. I think Canelo might win this by unanimous decision.
yeah. Yeah, if he hurts Bud, I mean I do expect to see unfortunately him on the back foot, him possibly on the bike, similar to Jamel type of fight. But because we know what happens is when nine times if you can't handle the power, you're gonna do anything in your power in your purview to be able to avoid it. So let's hopefully everything will kind of stay competitive in the fight. We don't want to see another Jamel performance, respectfully. Now, just staying kind of on topic, man. So, Hot Rod is back in the building. We gotta bring Hot Rod back in here. He ain't said nothing all out. Hot Rod, how the audio, bro? Say something to us. Talk to the people, Hot Rod. They want to hear from you.
I'm working right now. I'm working. I'm just
Okay, yeah.
listening.
Okay, bet. Hot Rod getting to the money. He's working right now. Salute to my brother in the building. Appreciate Hot Rod. Now, we I mean, boxing is in a beautiful place. The great Canelo is gonna be uh he really boxing and training with Jaron Boots Ennis. I mean, that's like a matchup that made in heaven, for lack of a better term. I mean, these two guys at the top of the sport, the lineal unified 147 champ Jaron Boots Ennis going up against Canelo Alvarez and sparring and just testing their IQ against each other's. Now, I gotta ask this to the panel because we want to know. I want to know from y'all's opinion because this is going to be big events back to back. We got in September we have Canelo Bud. In November we have Tank Jake. We have Benavidez Yard, Devin Haney, Norman. Um, we're not getting Shakur and TL till next year. If they might not fight each other, but we're not gonna see either one of them. Excuse me, until next year, more than likely. What is next for Lamont Roach? Y'all gotta let me know in the comments and in the chat. What do y'all want to see for Lamont Roach? Is Lamont Roach gonna sit out for the rest of the year, or is he going to? I mean, that's the big. Is he gonna fight Camille Moten? That was
That man about to go back to pro box. Go back
That's
to your
crazy.
promotional company. Go back to your promotional company. Get a couple of fights in, and then come back and holler at these dudes.
100%. I can see that too because he does have a. I believe he's still signing a pro box with Gary Jonas. So free on the money with that. He could do a DC event. Now, let me ask you this, Free. Do you how likely do you believe the Mr. Gary Russell and Lamont Roach fight is? Do you think they can make that this year?
They can make it if Lamont won it. Look, Gary won it. Lamont is the one that said, "Nah, you're not worth my time." So Lamont had a lot to say. Then when Gary came back to boxing, I guess he must have thought Gary wasn't gonna come back. And then when Gary came back, he was like, "Nah, you're not worth my time." So they can make it. It's all the matter of do Lamont want it.
Nah, that's 100%. Yeah, Lamont has definitely been acting like he's not interested in Mr. Gary Russell. He spoke about Antoine Russell in 140. Um, now let's keep it boxing. Oh, salute. Salute Jay Smith said, salute Jay Smith. Appreciate you for jumping in the chat. Jay Smith said, I would like Roach versus Frank Martin. That's a good
That's
fight.
cool. Yeah, that's
That's a
cool.
that's a real good fight.
Frank
Um,
said he was ready too. I seen him on an interview, and he was getting interviewed. He was at a WNBA game like last month, and he said he was ready. He was ready to go.
that's what's up. That's great news.
Man, Frank
Look,
Martin ready to go back to bed.
Still a good fight. Why y'all so negative, Marky? It's a damn
Mark,
good fight
appreciate
for
you, bro.
both
Thank
of
you
them.
so much. You too.
We ain't seen old boy.
Nah, he Mark. Yeah, we haven't seen Frank. We haven't seen Arrow.
Yeah, we ain't seen
Lucky.
him since he got put up bad.
I
Thank
don't
you,
care
bro.
about none of them dudes. They can retire.
Hey, well,
I
Arrow.
don't
He's
care
on the
about no Frank.
verge.
I don't care about no Frank Martin. Like, come on, dog. You
We
finesse
ain't
your
seen
way into
Earl since he got
you
viciously
finesse your
assaulted in
way
fish
into
fried.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Bro.
he finessed his way into a tank fight, and then you don't come back to boxing. Like that's a perfect example right there of what me and OG Free was talking about. You made you a little money, and you think that's good enough. Why not take another fight and make around the same money or a little bit less? Like I don't understand these dudes, bro. I was just telling OG Free this yesterday, dog. I'm not gonna be one of them. If I was a professional fighter, I'm not gonna fight one time a year. That's stupid. You're doing yourself a
Yeah.
disservice. You're doing yourself a disservice. Why fight one time a year and only get one paycheck? Your job is to fight. You don't fight, you don't get paid. So I'm not fighting once. I'm fighting two, three times a year, bro. Like I don't understand Frank Martin. You young and you only fight. Your last time fighting was Tank Davis, dog. We ain't seen you in what 2 years? How long it's been,
Hmm.
y'all? It's been at least a year. At least a year. And now what you gonna do? Do a tune up at 140?
Yeah,
I ain't got no respect
it's
for you,
going on
homie.
2 years. It's
I ain't
going
got
on
no
2 years.
respect for Martin, dog. Fuck Frank Martin, homie. For real. Fuck Frank Martin. Frank Martin could have been
I
fought.
got it.
He want to sit his ass off the ring and party. I don't respect that shit, homie. I don't respect. I don't give. I told you, I don't give a fuck if you black, white, Mexican, Salvador.
I see you roll your way into the semis. Dios mío, man. Liam and me, we're gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
And that's just your opinion, man.
Like, no, bro. Fuck Frank Martin,
Uh,
homie. I don't give a fuck about no Frank Martin, dog. He can
Oh my.
retire. I
I
wouldn't
agree
give a
with his
fuck.
opinion 1,000%. I agree.
Marky loves the cussing. He's full. He's in all support
I
of high
love to speak the
rise.
facts.
As
Man,
nah,
it's like
listen.
y'all be feeling sorry for these men, bro. I'm not feeling sorry for no man that's making way more money than me and doing in a sport. Nigga, you ain't sitting at a desk, nigga. You playing a sport and getting paid handsomely for it. I ain't finna feel sorry for you, homie. You do what you signed up for. If you want to go play football, you play football. You want to play basketball, you play basketball. You want to sign up for boxing and take punches to your head, go ahead. You know what you signed up for. I ain't feeling sorry for none of these niggas, homie. Y'all crazy, dog. I'm on mute.
Man, salute to my brother High Rod with the great cook. Marky, you got a follow up to that?
That was just a whole lot of facts I heard. Frank Martin is sorry as hell. He has been sitting in a mansion eating prime rib. Give thanks. He's been sitting in a mansion eating prime rib. He got like three hoes in there cooking for him. He got a diamond bracelet. He got a fucking diamond chain with a bust down pendant. This nigga is not serious about boxing. Okay, I don't believe none of that bull crap. And again, the interview was not. It wasn't like they took that interview. He was in the gym or something, or he was getting ready. He was at a WNBA game, probably with one of them hoes that was in the kitchen cooking for him. I agree with Hot Rod 1,000%. The nigga got he didn't even get like nothing astronomical. It ain't like he got $10 million. He got 1.5, if that, after he paid all his people and paid taxes. I dude is sorry as hell. I don't believe if he comes back to the sport, Lamont Roach is gonna cook him. He's gonna get cooked.
Yeah.
Now let me go ahead. Go ahead and cook.
With Frank Martin, you gotta remember, the man looking for another trainer. I don't know what's going on with his trainer situation. He
Free.
got with the
I gotta jump in this. I gotta jump in, but Steve, I want you to cook. But I believe he's with Buddy McGirt. He definitely lost. He definitely not with Salute to Everything by John. He's not with Derek James no more. But he was working with
right.
Buddy McGirt.
Okay, I mean, so he's working with. They got it. I mean, they got to get their chemistry, and then you got to remember, you don't. I mean, we don't know what his mindset is. I mean, the man got knocked out for the first time in his career. We don't know what his mindset is. A lot of times that play a part. I mean, we see people get knocked out all the time, and they never the same as they was when they before they got knocked out. So I don't know what his mindset is. I'm not going to say that he doesn't care about the sport. I think he does, but I think he cares more about his health. He ain't coming back until he's 100% and he's ready to get back in that ring, because getting knocked out for the first time, if you never been knocked out before, you get knocked out for the first time, you ain't gonna never be the same again.
Nah, that's real spill right there. Prize, of course, you, my brother, you can get in whenever you want on this. But
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
No, I was just going. I was going. I can lead you into this if you didn't want to speak on Frank. I can lead you into this part because Lucky said Lamont is probably going to fight Shakur. Is that the fight that y'all want for Shakur next? Do you think that's smart for Turkey if he still wants to make Shakur tank to get the Lamont roads off the table for Tank? What's y'all thoughts on Shakur? And start with Prize. What's y'all thoughts on Shakur Lamont?
yeah, I'm okay with Shakur and Lamont, but Shakur don't seem like he has any interest to fight the rest of the year. So, but I like that fight though. Anytime them brothers mix it up, I'm down. You know what I mean? If it's Frank and them, Frank, I know y'all don't like him, but he's we got to see what happens. Like Free said, kind of sometimes you be different after you get smoked like that. But we'll have to wait and see what he looks like. But if he jump right in there with Shakur next and he loses again, I ain't mad at him because that's what he's supposed to do. He went in there, he ain't take no, nothing. He just went in there and fought one of the best. So I'm all right with that fight for sure. That's a good fight.
Yeah, I think that's the next best. I do think that's the next best fight for Shakur right now, provided that well, outside of him moving to 140. I would say outside of moving 140, everything by John said exactly. Spence got knocked out, ain't come back yet, but we don't get on him. A selective outrage BS. That's a fact. Well, the only difference with EJ, I feel like everything by John is people really want him to retire. All the hardcore Arrow fans that I know would rather him retire. But as we see, Earl is still training. He's still promoting himself in a sense. Still posting content. I know he's been sparring with the young guy Alex Holly who signed to him. So I think that's good. That's just good to see. It's good to see Arrow still wanting to compete, but like you said, we don't know. We don't know if we're gonna see them guys. But yeah, Roach versus Martin would be a good fight. I think Roach got a lot of options. Roach has plenty of options on the table, so I'm excited for that. I'm definitely excited to that. Now, back to business. I got Hot Rod. You at work right now, but you spoke a lot. I want you to speak on the Canelo Crawford. I haven't heard you speak on that yet. Do you got who you got in that fight? You got Canelo winning? Okay, my brother Hot Rod. Either I lost, or it's probably my audio.
Nah, it's him. He working.
Okay.
Yo, my fault. I'm doing something right now, but I got Crawford. I'm gonna explain when I'm finished. Just keep cooking. I'm gonna
Okay,
let me
bet.
sign back in.
All right, that's a bet. Now, I mean, this is a major event, man. Boots Ennis has just boosted, man. Boots Ennis is boosting the ratings of these guys. Now, people don't realize that he's bringing a lot of eyeballs to these conversations. I think people can see that he's possibly, I mean, with all due respect to everybody else, he's possibly the top American fighter, Black American fighter, coming out of Philly right now in boxing. I mean, for lack of a better term, he's the guy. So I think that galvanizes the sport. People really are intrigued to see what happens with him. Now, let me ask y'all this: do y'all intend after the Virgil Ortiz Boots fight? The next star of the sport. Do you feel like between whoever wins that matchup is going to be the leader of boxing moving forward, kind of the new face of boxing? And if not one of them two, who do y'all think is going to kind of lead the charge and be at the top of the sport or the pinnacle of the sport moving forward for the next few years?
You said between who?
The Virgil Boots matchup. Is that the matchup you in your eyes, or do you have another fighter that you can kind of see after like Tank, after Canelo, who would be the next guy in your opinion that's going to be the a superstar, possibly a pay-per-view star in boxing?
Uh, it could be them. Um, I think they got enough buzz around their name right now to where that fight probably would put them over the top to become a pay-per-view star because right now that's the most intriguing fight at 154. I mean, even though we know that Sebastian is the champion and you got Boxram there, everybody wants to see Virgil and Boots. They're not talking about Virgil and Sebastian. They're not talking about Boots and Sebastian or Bartram. They talking about Virgil and Boots. That's the fight that everybody wants to see because they came in the sport around the same time and they was the guys that was on the come up at 47. So they got enough buzz around their name that they could be the next pay per view star. Depending on how they build up their career up until they get to that fight. If they put enough buzz around that fight and enough people draw eyes to that fight, they very well could be the next pay per view star.
Yeah, I'm feeling them two right there as kind of the leaders for that position. The winner of that fight is gonna be a big star in the sport of boxing. Y'all gotta let me know in the comments and in the chat if y'all think Virgil Boots winner is gonna be the next pay-per-view star in boxing. And if not, who y'all like is the front runner. We got a lot of young guys. Now I gotta swing this to the panel free. You might be the only one in here with me right now. I gotta ask you this, and everybody, if you on here, just jump in when you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
when you're free. Um, okay, I gotta ask y'all about the Floyd Mayweather trying to get Carmel versus Lamont. Was he clout chasing? What's y'all whole thoughts on that situation?
I thought he was just talking ish. know what I mean? He been. I don't think that kid's experienced enough to beat Lamont Roach. It'll come down to experience then. So I don't think he's experienced enough. Maybe in a couple of
Yeah,
years he might can beat him, but right now that's crazy. I mean, shoot, Floyd. See, I don't know. I wouldn't pick him to win, but he's too
I
young.
mean, Floyd did offer Lee Wood, who at the time was the featherweight champion, a fight with Carmel as his debut. So it's probably just clout chasing. But if they were to fight, I mean, I got Carmel, bro. I got Carmel putting hands on feet on Lamont Roach.
Man, Roach a
Carmel
duck,
is one of them
man.
super talents like Abdullah to me.
Man, I got Lamar Rhodes, uh, 12 different Molten. Molten is not he's not experienced enough. He's coming in too reckless. He doesn't have great head movement. Lamar Roach would 12 zip him easy or 10 zip him easy.
But see, OG, I agree, but this nigga obviously don't agree to that because he ain't taking the fight. For whatever reason, he not gonna take the fight. Nigga, you get nine. He should offer you 900,000. Nigga, that's an easy win for you if you really like that. That's the shit I be talking about, bro. These niggas don't be like that. Cause if they like that, they would be taking these fights, bro. These niggas ain't like that, man. They
I
not like
mean,
that.
I ain't gonna say that, Rodney. I mean, it's the thing about options. So Tank was his
Nah,
first option. That shit fell through. I think
Mark.
Shakur
If a
is
nigga
option
if a
two
nigga
for.
offer you 900K for Mark, if a nigga offer you 900K for
If I were hello.
Yeah, I hear you, Mark. Go ahead and cook.
Okay, no. If I were listen, what if I'm currently looking to get $1 million plus and a belt? That's all I'm saying.
it
It's nothing
pisses me
wrong
off.
with looking at your options first. Now, Carmel, that I would definitely take that if them first two fell out. Absolutely, I definitely take the 900K and the Carmel fight. B3.
Yeah, that I don't, I mean, you right, Marky. I mean, but come on, bro. Like that kid not ready for that, man. Maybe he is. You think Lamont that bad that Camille can beat him right now? I
I
ain't
ain't
mad
say
at you. That's
Lamelo
your
that
opinion. I
bad.
ain't mad
I
at
just
you.
think Carmel is that good. I think he's
I
that
think
well,
he's
not
I
that.
think he's
I
that
think he's
good
that
too, but
talented.
I don't think he's that good enough to beat Lamont Roach off because I think Lamont would beat him based
Hey,
off of experience. But you could, it's a
hey,
fight, so you would have to see it, see
hey,
what happens, and you know,
hey, Prize. You know what I like to say? That shit don't hurt me.
yeah, I
if
think,
if Carmel go in there and get his head blown off, that don't hurt
yeah,
me. That's what I like to see.
right. I ain't
But
mad at
I
it.
mean,
But
let's be honest. Let's be honest. Floyd wants that fight because he want to build up Moulton's name. Tank Davis got to draw. If Moulton was to somehow beat Lamar Roach, he can go out and say, "Okay, I told y'all I got the next Tank Davis." He did something that Tank Davis couldn't do. He beat Lamar Roach.
that
Tank
part.
You
Davis
got a
got to
point
draw
there,
with him.
free.
That's the reason why Floyd wants that fight. That's the reason why
Then
he wants the
imagine,
fight.
then imagine if he pushed Tank into fighting Carmel, and Carmel were to somehow win that fight. Oh my god! Oh my god! That would be from Floyd.
Nah, that would be a
Them
big
waves
deal
and
if that
shit.
happens.
Ay, vos te hit on azul.
Who's your mic, Marky?
Yeah, Marky over there
Man,
about to
wow.
get a Virgin Island massage.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. I don't know. I just came in.
I'm
Yeah, that's some
nigga.
wild
I'm
boys.
I'm talking to my sister.
Okay,
Relax.
okay. Respect. Tell your sister we said hello.
Up to your sister then.
Salute. If she's on YouTube, tell her to subscribe to B3 Picks TV. Now, appreciate everybody that's still in the building, chopping it up, cooking it with us, man. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like button, follow the page if you haven't followed yet. Um, Now, boy, we just gotta cook, man. Whenever y'all can't cook no more, y'all let me know. I mean, I'm out here working. I'm doing a road show, so the audio going in and out. But well, I'm going in and out. But I'm gonna try to just let everybody keep cooking, and just like you said, we open panel, we free speaking. Now, Bobby Sack, he got another one for us. He said, "It Tank the biggest coward in boxing history." I'm gonna answer that first. I don't believe so. I don't believe he's a coward per se. I don't believe he's scared to fight anybody. I just feel like he is Floyd Mayweather and Al Heyman's prodigy. He's pretty much their work of art. So as we can see, I mean, it's just that with the pay-per-view model, just with keeping your guy undefeated, this is the era that Floyd Mayweather has kind of constructed, and Tank Davis is at the forefront of it. He got him a diamond, a gem, a young guy who could attract the urban community, but also have power. So they just used him. Unfortunately, he is the poster boy of the post Floyd Mayweather era, where you can't take a L, you can't take a loss. So that's just kind of what it comes down to. What's your thoughts on that? Y'all feeling like what's your thoughts on that? Just the whole Tank being a coward or not?
Nah, the biggest coward, if anybody you gonna call, gotta be Canelo. I was born ready Alvarez. If anybody's a coward, it's him. The way he been ducking and moving his whole career. So I ain't gonna say Tank the biggest. I know that was a coward move to a lot of
Nah,
people.
Tank the biggest coward.
Nah, Canelo, the way he blatantly ducked Benavidez is nasty. Tank ain't never ducked nobody, not like that.
Man, Canelo is an old man. He at least got some ranks to do that. He at least has been in some big events and big fights to where he's gonna be Hall of Fame. Tank ain't at that level yet, and he's fighting Jake Paul in an exhibition. He's a coward. That man went in there with Lamar Roach, said he got some grease in his eye, took a knee, and now he's ducking the man. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but he said the question was the biggest coward in boxing.
Grease boy.
I'd say Canelo. That nigga be ducking.
And
My bad.
now, now salute to Martin in the building. Appreciate you for coming in. Yeah, he said the biggest coward is Canelo, so he agrees with you. He
All
agrees
right.
with you 100%. Prize, and then let me see. Boba Sack said Canelo only ducked Benavidez. Yeah, that's pretty much. Well, we also had Demetrius Andrade at 160. I don't know how you feel about that,
Yeah,
Bobas,
for
but
undisputed. He definitely
yeah,
ducked for undisputed.
yeah, for undisputed. So that was kind of one. He said Tank has ducked two generations of boxing, calling Canelo coward. Shows me you don't know much about boxing. Now, Tank. Now the two generations of boxing. Let me just say this, and I want to put this to the panel. You know, we open freely speaking, but I just want to say this, and y'all
Come up here
cook.
and say it with your chest.
He said, "Barbers, come up, say it with your chest. The link is in the chat. Hold on, let me see if I might have to drop it
That's
again
my
for you,
guy,
Jerry.
Bulbous Sack. Salute. That's
Um,
crazy, though. Come say it with your chest, Bulbous.
salute the Barbers. Now, what he's saying two generations. So let's. I'm just gonna put out some names, and I want Freeze in the building, Prize, Marky, and High Rod. So y'all, if I'm off base, let me know. So we got Gary Russell. We have Loma. We have Regis. We have Devin. We got Tio. If y'all want to include George Cambosis because he was undisputed in the weight class. Then we have I'm not gonna include Shakur. Those names and it says my stuff is going out, but y'all speak on that real quick if y'all can still hear me. What's your
Nah, you
thoughts about
good.
those names?
Man.
Did Tank duck any of those names, or what's
Yeah.
y'all thoughts?
I definitely felt like he avoided that Gary Russell fight. He definitely avoided
Gary,
that.
Gary Russell, I see. It's hard for me to say that Tank avoided Gary Russell because it wasn't Tank that was making the fights at that time. That was Floyd. Tank was doing whatever Floyd and Leonard Ellerby said. Now
Can we?
with the Cambosis, he didn't duck Cambosis. He just told Cambosis, "I'm not going to Australia to fight you." He said, "I'll fight you, but I'm not going to Australia. I don't need those damn belts." So
Right.
I don't think he ducked Cambosis. I don't think Cambosis was a fight that was worth him taking. Now, unless he wanted to be undisputed, then it was worth him taking. Cambosis was trying to see who he can get to get the most money for the fight, and the only person it was Devin. Devin was willing to take the slave deal and give Cambosis the A side so he can get those belts, but nobody else was willing to do it.
Oh, that's a great point. I'm in full agreement with you. Devin signed up for that deal that more than likely wouldn't have been on the table for Tank. You know, Tank is signed with PBC, advised by Al Heyman. Not signed, but he's advised by Al Heyman. He fights for the PBC. But as we can see, Devin signed a 3-fight agreement uh, to get that
Yep.
Cambosis fight. So
Plus,
that was that.
plus Cambosis was signed with Lou DiBella, and Lou DiBella and PBC, PBC at that time were basically blackballing Lou DiBella. They wanted nothing to do with him because that deal that happened between him and Wilder, and
Yeah, I got 5 bars. I think Market went out on that one. Man, but listen, I don't hear nobody talking right now. Salute to everybody
Yeah,
in the.
Marky went out. I don't know
Okay,
what happened
Market
with
went
Marky.
out. Okay, cool. I was just making sure it wasn't just me free. Um, I mean, so let me say, let's say this. And appreciate Dang Father. He said, "Good cooking." I'm hearing facts. Salute to Dang Father in the building. Always showing love and support. Appreciate you, bro. Um,
Shout out, Dank Father, man. I'm pulling for you in the debate joint over there on BF.
okay, and when is your debate, Dang Father? Let us know, man. That'll be fire. We want to pull up and see that. I
Yeah.
haven't been able to keep up with a BF debate series, but shout out
Yeah,
to
it's pretty
BF.
dope. It's pretty dope. The format is just that's where you go debate at there. That's dope.
That's good. That's fire. Now, and I heard there was a good one to get with KO and Rachel Donett.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but hopefully he'll clip it up and post it, and maybe I'll get to
Nah, he
see.
posted it. It's up there.
Uh, okay, so
Brother Dank said he he battled Tuesday. I keep saying battle like it's battle rap. He debate
yeah,
Tuesday.
that's pretty much what it is. You
Yeah,
gotta
pretty much.
if you put some bars in it, that might give you the upper hand.
Yeah, no doubt. For
For real. And,
real.
and and just let us know. He said debating for the vacant IBF title. Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Because
Oh, that's good.
Rachel was undisputed. So what happened was she has a lot of school and the family and stuff coming up. So she's not gonna be able to commit to it like that. So she after she won undisputed, she vacated all of her belts. So this belts are on the line. Now it's pretty dope little system. If you guys like
wow,
debating, I like to see D Free go over there. I don't think nobody can kick his ass, but that's just me though. D Free come over there, they might not want. I don't want Freezy to come over there. I'm gonna tell y'all now, respectfully, Dank, but I'm pulling for you.
The thing about Free, he got knowledge, but he also not gonna come unprepared.
Right.
So if you ain't prepared, he gonna
He
wash the floor.
free will run. He will run circles around you, dog. This my thing, brother Dane. I don't have the patience to do that. I'll snap cause I be listening. I be like, yo, ain't no way I'd have been snapped, bro. I don't have the patience for it. I tried to do it with BBO and I snapped, so it didn't work for me. I can't. I don't know. I could probably do basketball. I don't know. I probably would
No,
snap
I
on that
mean,
shit too.
like over there with BF. I watched it a few times. It's a lot of new guys that's debating for the first time and trying to get
Hmm.
experience. So I
Yeah,
don't want to go over there and just
cooking
beat up
on
on a
them. I
bunch
get
of
it.
guys that's not used to debating. That's I mean that's not good for my experience. That's like Devin Haney going to fight a bunch of guys that's coming out of amateurs. No, that's not good.
Yeah,
That's
right.
not
I can
good
do
for
it.
my. That's
I
not good
You're
for
not
respect
my.
it.
gonna do it.
I'm not talking down on anybody,
No,
but
no, by all means.
I want them guys to get the experience, get the experience under their belt, and then I mean when them guys is experienced enough to debate, then I join the debate service. I ain't had no problem with that. I mean I did it before,
Yeah,
Ain't
for
no
sure.
problem getting in debates. I'm not gonna win every debate. I'm gonna lose
Right.
some. I'm gonna win some. But I
Yeah,
don't
no
want to get
doubt.
in there with a lot of guys that I've sat here and listened to them. I was like, dog, I ain't no way in the world I'm gonna lose to these type of guys.
Yeah, brother Dank. Hopefully, I don't know who you
What's up,
going
Ray?
up against. Dank, type in the chat who you going up against for the vacant IBF. I know some of them people that debate, but not most of them. Only ones I know is Dank, and the familiar ones, Rachel, Ko, Preacher Man. I see him a couple times. It's another guy up there that's pretty good.
Yeah, Tony
I forgot his
Review,
damn name.
he's been over there. It's a couple of good debaters they got
Yeah, it's
over
some
there.
good. It's some good. That's a little good. Shout out to BLTB. Got a nice little
Yeah,
system going on over
they
there.
they got about five or six good debaters. Then they
Yeah, I
got
seen
about
him on Stay Dangerous. I seen him.
they got about another four that's mediocre, and then you got everybody else that's at the bottom that's learning how to debate. So I mean, it's not a bad situation over there. It's not like everybody is just easy work. It's just I don't want to go against easy work, and it because the way he have it set up, you got to go through the ranking system, and I don't want to go through easy work. I rather just if I'm gonna debate somebody, I want to debate somebody who knows how to debate, and know what they're talking about. I
Yeah,
don't want
brother,
no
Stay
easy
Dangerous
work.
is pretty good too. Thank you. Right. But that's a dope little system he got going on up over there. But I like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I have the patience to do it, but it's very entertaining. It's definitely entertaining as hell. So I rock with it, man. Shout out to my brothers. BF for sure.
Absolutely. Nah, salute to BLTB. Great channel, man. Make sure y'all go support him and check it out now. And it's a and his debate series. Um, Dank said he's gonna be battling Stay Dangerous. So make sure if y'all listening, y'all go and watch on Tuesday on BFTB Boxing Channel and support Dank Father. He'll be going up against Stay Dangerous. Salute to both of them brothers. Um, he said Dank said it's about six of them that's like that, and then he said. Straight for the title, facts free. That's how I approached it. Three battles, and I went for the top guys. That's what you got to do, bro. That's what you got to do. You don't want to. You want to go after the big shark. You know what I'm saying? The minnows. That's easy work. You want to
Yeah,
go after
yeah,
the
no
big
doubt.
dogs. So you did the right thing. You
Yeah,
did the right thing. Man, listen, I appreciate y'all coming up and cooking with me. I mean, we still got 10 people in the building. If y'all got
yeah.
any other topics y'all want to talk about, we can still cook. Y'all know I'm on the road with it. I'm driving, so I'm not really tripping neither way. I can stay on live as long
Nah,
as the
yeah, you
audio is
good.
coming through.
We good.
Um,
Yeah, keep cooking.
yeah, so now outside of that, let me ask you this, Prize. How do I put this? With the Camille situation, right?
Oh man.
He Mayweather. I know it's crazy, man. Mayweather don't have no dates for real. Like, do you feel like he gonna be able to move Camille the right way? And I want Free
Yeah.
to speak on that too.
Yeah, for sure. I think he will be because Cromell, if you go follow his Instagram and stuff, he's pretty popular on his own. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll be okay. But I mean, Floyd hasn't like BBO always say, man, Floyd has some good names, man. All them dudes bounce. Imagine if Floyd just would just be normal instead of trying to make everything about him, man. He would have a tons of fighters and just make them fight the fights, man. Floyd could, man. But Cromell, I mean, I don't want to see that right now. If it happened, I'm gonna watch it. But come on, bro. Let's be honest. I know Marky think Lamont that trash, but I don't think he's that trash, bro. And they was going back and forth on Twitter, I think, yesterday, Cromell and that it was kind of entertaining a little bit, but other than that, I don't know. I mean, why Floyd? I guess he clout chasing. I don't know what Floyd game plan is with that kid. Like you said, where are the dates? When is his next fight? Does the kid have anything lined up? What we gonna do? You gonna step him up, or you gonna put him in there with other, with these guys, or is he ready now? Like how they move Lomachenko? That's what I'm saying. You feel me? So that's the whole thing about it. Is
Well,
how's he gonna move him?
yeah. Well, I mean, Camille.
And
He's
yeah,
in a
that's another
tremendous.
thing. Dank. What three? What did he say? 130? That ain't happening. 'Cause that's a big young boy,
Yeah,
man.
he can't make no one. That's a great point. He may if he got a great camp, but like y'all saying, he gonna have to cut so much weight. I think I've even seen him weighing at 143 at one fight already. So, I mean, yeah, I'm sure he could. He's a young guy. He probably can get down to 130, but all the smokers at 135. Scooter Davis,
Hmm.
Abdullah Mason is who's about to fight for a title. So and he's a little bit, of course, he's a little ahead of the other two guys, but I mean, it's unfortunate that we having a big card that Turkey's putting on, but we don't really know too many of the guys that's gonna be fighting on that 3 day. I think they doing fights Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it would have been nice to get a Zay Quinn versus Carmel, or even both of them on the card, or even on that weekend. So, man, they gotta definitely. Dank said Floyd is not focusing on boxing. Yeah, Floyd living life. Like you said, Floyd got a lot of money outside of boxing that's working. He doing those drops and promotions for people. I think he should stay out of the Middle East, but I mean, that's his prerogative. Hopefully he all his situations is go fluent and smooth moving forward out there. Now, Dank said he said I'm shocked Floyd ain't locked in with Turkey yet. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, man. That's a great point because now we see the two competitors right now is Netflix and DAZN. Jake Paul, he's locked in with Netflix, and then of course we have DAZN boxing. Turkey, he's established with DAZN. He has, I believe, he's a partner with DAZN. He also have ownership in the company, so it does make sense. I think those are the two leaders right now. So the Prime, of course, we know PBC had the Prime fights, but is that going to stay consistent? We haven't got a consistent schedule. We haven't got dates. So we need to see if Prime and if PBC is going to be back with Prime because their main event, Tank Davis took a Netflix fight.
I
Other
want to
other
Tank
pay per view
said,
see.
got Benavidez went to the zone. Go ahead, Prime.
I want to see if
Oh,
Netflix
Marky.
is really going to double down, and if they're going to do a deal with Top Rank, if they really going to get in the boxing business consistently, or if it's just going to be these big events that they promote with Jake Paul every once in a while.
"Yeah, I don't know
That's a
what they
fact.
do. To be honest, I mean, it seems like everybody gonna end up on the zone to me, or unless they say bring somebody. What was that? Who I forget who it was. One of the brothers said it. They were thinking about bringing HBO back and put that top rank on there.
Mm.
Nah, ain't nobody going no daggone the zone. Ain't it, they ain't got enough daggone people to watch boxing over there in the zone. That's why the zone lost $3 billion last year or the year before. They was happy when Turkey came over there because they was losing money.
They was losing crazy money. They was paying out them
That's a
crazy
fact.
purse too.
Definitely big purses was paid out,
Hey,
and
I wouldn't be surprised if the zone decided to do away with boxing if once Turkey decided to go with his TKO series.
Mm. He still needs a network. Where do you think Turkey would put his fights on? You still have to have a network.
There's
You know,
so many of them out here. Take your pick.
they can put it on whatever they want. They can put it on YouTube. They don't need no network.
Dank
Amazon
said,
Prime, they just picked up AEW wrestling. They got
yeah.
NASCAR
Dank
over
said he
there.
just
They
picked
got
up
F1.
wrestling, wrestling.
You got Peacock. You got Paramount Plus. You could do that. I know they dying to get a sports network over there
I
or
don't think they
sports
want
content.
boxing.
They want something though.
They want football. They want basketball. They want baseball. They want
Football, but those sports already are basically already taken up.
yeah,
Like
facts.
ESPN, Prime, NBC, they've already marked their territory in that, and Fox. So they got to get in where they can fit in with the sports guys. And boxing, it's really prime real estate right now. You got Abdullah Mason with Top Rank. You got other guys over there. I mean,
You
I don't
got
know.
some guys.
I don't know. I'm just curious. I'm just
Top
wondering
Rank
when
Top
they're
Rank
gonna
has a
announce
great
this shit.
stable right now. The Top
Yeah,
Rank
then
they
they just
got Bruce.
beat Norman too, didn't they? They just
B
re him up, didn't
Norm, absolutely. They got Bruce about to be a title holder. Angelo Leo. Well, not Angelo. I think he's co-promoter of Pro Box, but they got Espinoza. I mean, he's a great fighter. They got
Oh,
Xander.
and they got Xander. Yep, they got
Uh
Xander.
huh.
they?
That's really the
Don't
ace
they
right
got
there.
NOA as well? Is he ain't he with Top Rank or
That's
Yep,
no?
yep, they
that's
do.
uh
They do.
that's up for
No, they
debate.
do.
They
No,
okay.
they
They
do.
do okay.
No, they do. I was
Okay.
wrong the other day.
Okay. Yeah. So they still
Yeah,
got anyway. So yeah, they gotta listen,
they got a
man.
nice little
They
stable, man.
Top Rank is not going to be without a home for long. I think they should have an. I thought we was going to have an announcement before September, but it's looking like we may if it don't come this week, like you're saying, then it is going to be in September because the end of the year is coming soon. So they still got to bring back Navarrete, you know,
Yeah.
um, And I want to know who's doing Oscar Valdez comeback fight. I gotta get some more research on that, but I know he has a comeback fight coming up.
Yeah,
So
I
it,
don't care about no Valdez. But nevertheless, he's coming back.
I thought Valdez was done after Navarrete stopped him because his eye. I mean, his eye just swells up so bad every fight, man. So uh, Valdez is a great warrior. He competed at the top of the game. Former Olympian, good amateur background. It's just like you're saying, when it's your time, it's your time. But as you can say, they still need to build up an Andres Cortez. So that's the kind of fight I would want to see Oscar Valdez in, like Andres Cortez. Um, but outside of that, we have I mean the young guys, like, I gotta say this, man. I gotta ask y'all this, since we still in the building. What's y'all take on like Abdullah Mason sparring Brian Norman Jr.? Do y'all feel like that's good work in preparation for Devin Haney?
Yeah, any good sparring is good work. When you got two, big names or whatever, it's good work, man. I don't know what else to say. I ain't mad at these brothers for doing it. It's good work. He said, yeah, definitely. He definitely needed that herbal tea. Then he was up there
Yeah,
crying.
yeah. Great work.
I mean,
It's
I mean,
Abdullah Mason, right?
yeah,
Yeah, that's good work.
with him sparring Abdullah Mason, it's. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe he's trying to get familiar with the speed because the style of fighting is not the same. But I mean, it's similar. But maybe he's getting familiar with the speed. That's the only thing I can think of.
Nah, that's a great point. Fighting faster guy, or a fast guy. Excuse me. I'm not sure if he's fast. He may be. I think his foot speed is a little bit quicker than B Norm, but I've seen B Norm. He has a lot of intangibles that's being overlooked. Let me ask y'all this: do y'all believe that Norman Jr. is an underrated boxer? Let me say this real quick. Let me read. Dank said Norman Senior said Abdullah didn't spar Junior. Okay, see, that's good. He just so happened to be there and took a picture. Okay, bet. That's good news. I was kind of wondering that, Dank. I want to know who was he working with then. That's interesting. He was sparring the other guy in the pic. His name slips. Okay, yeah, that other guy was bigger than Abdullah, so that makes sense. Somebody I was thinking that Abdullah. Um, would have been possibly a little light for Norman, but that picture definitely made it look like they was working together. So appreciate you, Dane, letting us know that they did not spar. Yeah, that was well needed information. Now, with that being said, is anybody? Uh, I believe. Now, let me ask the panel this: Haney Norman, have who y'all got in that fight that's coming up in November? And has anybody's opinion shifted after seeing Norman Jr.'s training, or even his last few fights? Do y'all feel like Devin is going to meet his match on an even playing field, of course?
I think Devin going to surprise a lot of people, win, lose, or draw. B Norman, his senior come up here and talk. That's what he's supposed to do. But let's be honest. If you watch Brian Norman, he had problems with people that move and stuff. Not saying that he can't because he's athletic too. I'm just saying. I think Devin gonna come in there and shock a lot of people. Win, lose, or draw. I think
Absolutely.
he has some respect on his name after this.
And
He
the,
got
and the
his
lack of
respect
the
back there.
another thing is that Devin is not going to have as bad of a weight cut as he's had years past or fights past his previous fights. So now fighting 147, hopefully his weight cut is less strenuous. He can give us more of 100%, or more of 100% Devin Haney, versus what we've been seeing, with him being emaciated and kind of like they say, you lose water on the brain when you cut that weight. And we could tell. I don't know if y'all saw that audio kind of before the Ryan fight or whatever, where Devin was on the street and he could barely speak. You know what I'm saying? So as we can tell, like, those weight cuts are drastic on the body and on the mind.
Man, man, listen, B3. I don't care. They signed up for that crap. But let me say this. I got Devin Haney. I got Devin Haney winning this fight. I got Devin Haney becoming a three division champ. They're gonna find some way to take the credit away from him, but I don't give a damn. I just think he's the more skilled fighter than Brian Norman. I think if he keeps this fight at the correct distance at long range, he can win. I'm not gonna say easy, but relatively easy. I'm gonna say like an 8-4, 7-5 decision for Dev. Or I could very well see Brian Norman winning. If Devin Haney does not keep it at long range, if he allows Brian Norman to get on the inside and make it a rough fight, it could very well go the other way. Good fight, but I got Devin Haney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Devin Haney's a tremendous outboxer. It's gonna be a really extremely tough fight on both sides. But as you can see, the level of training and the level of conditioning we working at. And it's funny, the other show we had, Free even said
Rio,
that. Free was even saying that this is probably the best fight of the year. Well, the most competitive, but he was saying the biggest in a sense because of
it's the
how
most
competitive
interesting
it's going to
matchup.
be. 100%. It's an extremely interesting matchup. It's going to bring a lot of eyeballs to the sport. So I'm definitely excited for this fight. Now, Father said he think the Haney's a guy in Norman's head. And they think he's just coming for the knockout. He said, I think the Haney's have gotten into the Norman's head, and I think they just coming for the knockout. Man, if they go there just to knock out Devin, um, I don't think that's a good game plan because he gonna have a one track mind. He's only gonna be focused on the
That's the dumbest
knockout.
thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't. Norman Jr. seems like he's a smart fighter, a smart person in general. But I'm hoping that he's definitely uses his mind in the ring and just just works. Just work. Don't look for the knockout, but just work. Just let his hands go and just work. Um, and Dank said Haney needs to be disciplined outside the ring. He can't continue to blow up and wait in between fights.
Yeah,
That's a
they all
fact.
need to be like that. It ain't just him; it's all of them.
Yeah, that's real spill right there. Benavidez and in the same
Mm-hmm.
boat, but like these guys, these body composition prize, I think that leads to them putting on that weight because you be understand like for a Boost tennis, right? A 5'10", 5'11" grown man, 28-year-old man. What? Let me ask you this: what y'all think Boost walk around weight is?
I think he walk around at 170 maybe.
Okay. What about you, Marky? D free. They may be doing something.
Yeah,
Dank.
I think he blows
I
up.
got Deron. Deron walks around probably like around 175. He's
Yeah.
like he's roughly about my height. Um, maybe a little bit shorter, but I think he's right around 5'10". 5'11". He might be 5'9", but I think he's 5'10", 5'11". He walks around probably somewhere around 175, 180. Um,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around there. I seen Jaron Boots Ennis outside of camp when he was just chilling, didn't have a fight coming up or anything like that. And he looked a little stocky. So I got him somewhere around 175, 180.
Mm-hmm. I agree, free. I agree. I feel like he go up to about 170, 175.
All right, Dang, that's a lot. Dang said he gonna jump on with us for a bit. So I appreciate that, Dang, and salute everybody. Hopefully the boys, my brothers, they can stay in the building and
Yeah.
cook for a little bit longer. And like you're saying, if y'all can't stay on, I appreciate y'all. But yeah, we just working. We just chopping it up. Now, with that weight cut that Boost was making the 147, it definitely looked like it was taking a toll on him. So I do believe that he needed to move up, and I think this is going to be a great move up for him. And like if y'all saying if he's walking around at 175, then that's only a 21-pound weight cut. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Versus a 28-pound weight cut, and we know every additional pound that's more risk on the fighter, but also it's taking more out of him. So I definitely see a bright future for him, for sure at 154. Now let me ask y'all this. I gotta ask y'all this real quick. What fight do y'all think is the okay, Price said he'd be right back. And free, let me start with you. Marky, he probably putting his sand in his toes in the sand right now. Free. What's the biggest fight to be made at 154 in your opinion?
Biggest fight to be made?
Yeah, the biggest fight. And we could switch that free instead of biggest. What's the most competitive fight in your opinion? What's the matchup that you want to see the most? The two guys that's going to compete.
Can you hear me?
It went out. I can hear you now. You was
Are
out,
you
but I can
talking
hear you
about?
now.
Are you are you talking about money generated, or are you talking about
Because
meaningful
these are
fight?
it's no pay-per-view guys in that weight class right now. So I want to know from your opinion, what's the most competitive fight? Which fight at 154 are you most interested in watching?
Um, it's between Jaron Boots Ennis and Virgil, or Jaron and Sebastian, because um, Jaron, we know he's a boxer. He's a boxer puncher. He can move around that ring. I want to know, with Sebastian being as rangy as he is and as tall as he is, can Jerron break him down, or can Sebastian keep up with Jerron? So I believe that's a more entertaining fight. I think we will be um, highly surprised one way or another, whether it's Sebastian winning or Jerron winning. Um, but the Virgil Ortiz and the Jaron Boots Ennis, that's another fight that I want to see, because this is a fight similar to Earl versus Bud. This is a fight that everybody's been calling for. People want to see who's the best between these two guys. They came in the sport roughly around the same time, and they was coming up in the same division, and you wanted to see those guys fight. And we heard Virgil team said it. They need 48 months before they can make the fight. And then they came out and they offered a fight. Jerron said he wasn't moving up yet. And then Jerron said they wanted to fight, and Virgil said that you ain't gonna make us do what you want us to do. So it's a whole lot of history between those two guys. So I want to see who's the better fighter between those two.
Nah, 100%. I think that. I don't know if Marky's about to say something. Go ahead, Mark.
Nah, I was just gonna say, for me, it would be Inui versus Junto Nakatani, or I really wouldn't mind seeing Junto versus Bam Rodriguez. Winner
Now we
fight
did say
Inui.
154,
Uh,
Mark.
oh, you said one fifty.
We
I
did.
thought you said in general. My bad.
Nah, but go ahead and
Okay,
cook though. But
at
go ahead and
150.
cook. We can switch it up. Go ahead and cook, but do
No,
both.
no, no, no. That's fine. That's fine. 154. The matchup I probably want to see most. I want to see. I wouldn't mind seeing Boots versus Baccarat, or Baccarat, however you say his name. I feel like I don't know. I just want to see that Russian get tested against somebody else. I want to know if Tim Zoo, he just always been a dud, or if he was damaged goods after the Fundora fight. I really want to see that guy get tested against somebody else.
So I don't I'm not sold on Bakram yet. I believe he's a big puncher, but I went back and watched about 4 or 5 Bakram fights, and none of those fights was as easy as Tim Tszyu. I think it was more so Tim Tszyu as the opponent. None of those fights that I seen was nowhere near as easy as he went through when he walked through Tim Tszyu. I think Tim Tszyu or Tim Tszyu might have been what I always thought he was. I thought he was a
Or,
mediocre fighter and he wasn't that talented.
or
I
free,
just gave him a lot of respect because he wanted to smoke.
or free. It's an even better matchup. Xander versus Baccarat, because that's two really unproven guys. We don't, what I'm saying? Xander looks like he's the goods, but we don't really know. The guy he just fought had no footwork at all whatsoever. And the guys he fought before that, they ain't really nothing to look at. Same thing with Baccarat. We don't really know what we're looking at yet. Or if Tim Tszyu was just a dud. So I would that to me that would be an even better matchup.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at seeing Boots versus Bartram. I just think with Bartram, I think I seen him get outboxed. He was fortunate enough to still pull off the win, but I seen him get outboxed. So I don't think that it will be a problem for Boots to outbox him. That's why I said I'm not 100% sold on Bartram. That's why I said I don't understand why everybody is so afraid to say the man name, or ain't nobody rushing to get in the ring with him. I mean, maybe it's the money aspect. Is not a lot of money in that fight, or maybe they are scared of his power. I don't know.
Man, he definitely showed a lot of power versus Tim Zoo. So, and I'm with you though, Free. I seen the fight. I believe I seen the fight. He was fighting. I'm not mistaken. He may have been like a Venezuelan or Colombian guy, but he gave Bachram fits. I mean, he was boxing with
Yeah,
him. It wasn't like he didn't walk through him like he did Tim Zoo. Now we know Tim Zoo's style. Tim Zoo is there to be hit.
right.
So I mean, that's just so if you somebody that you can box well on your feet and you're not standing right in front of the dude, you possibly give him trouble. So I like Boots versus Bakram, and I do like Xander. I want Xander to take that fight and unify. I think it's gonna be. I don't know if Boots is gonna take that fight with the IBF clause. Do you, Free? You think he'll still take that fight even with that IBF clause at 154?
Who Boots?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he can weigh up to 164 pounds. That ain't nothing. That ain't no problem with him.
yeah, that's a good point.
The problem with him was down at 47, only being able to get up to 57. So now that he can come in at 54, and they got a 10-pound rehydration clause, and he can weigh up to 64. I think he'd be good with that.
Mm-hmm. Yup. And salute to the aircraft carrier in the building. He said it was the guy that Jack Cool K um was the one that was boxing Bacham shoes off.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's his name.
You're
That's his
right.
name.
You right. You 100% right. That was and so that's what I'm saying. I want to see Bakram uh with somebody else. That's all I'm saying. I wanted to see the
Yeah,
Lubin
that's
fight.
what I
Maybe
said.
they'll
I'm
do
not.
that.
At first, I was like, "Damn, who's this dude Boxwoman?" Because I didn't know who he was. So I had to go back and look at him. And I went back and watched. I was like, "Hold on, man. Hold on. This man just walked straight through Tim Zoo." I'm like, "No, this man having issues with these guys." And I was like, "Okay, it is what I always thought it was. Tim Zoo wasn't as good as everybody was making him out to be." And that's what I've always thought about Tim Zoo. I never thought Tim Zoo was that good. I thought he was just a guy that wanted to smoke, but he wasn't that good. I seen a lot of Tim Zoo fights, and I was never sold on Tim Zoo. Like I said, I gave him respect because he wanted to smoke, but he just wasn't that good of a fighter. I think if he would have got that fight with Jamel Charlo, I think Jamel would have beat him easy.
Nah, that's a fact. Nah, I mean, and it was interesting that they didn't make that fight. But like you're saying, some of these guys, they you got to make sure they get visas and all other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot go into making a fight. People think it's just all cut and dry. This guy's in position, you make the fight. Nah, it's business and it's moving people around and hotel rooms. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
And that was
Salute
a
Dank.
that was
Go
a
ahead.
that was another thing about Tim Tszyu. He only fought in Australia. When he when
Hmm.
he came when he came to America, we saw him face adversity for the first time in his career when he came to America.
Yeah, and we understand that Terrell Goucher, he's not the biggest puncher, but he sat him on his pockets, and that showed the heart of Tim Zoo. But like you said, we understood that he wasn't going to be. He was a slightly limited in his with his head movement. His defense was just it wasn't there. What up, Dank? Salute to my brother in the building.
What's good, B3? What's good, D3? How y'all doing this beautiful Sunday evening? Afternoon, I
Man,
should say.
It was
doing
good,
great.
good.
Now I gotta ask you about the Haney comments first and foremost. Devin was saying who is Boots and just kind of in reference to him wanting to pull Devin up to 152. Devin is kind of flexing his A side. I mean, he's been champion for about 7 years now, so as we can see, he's earned it. What's your thoughts on those comments? Just him saying who is he?
I missed that. When did he make those comments?
So on the Ak and Barack interview, they asked him, and he said that they had offered Boots at 147. He countered and said 152, and then he said, "Nah, he not gonna do that. Who is he?"
Oh yeah, nah. I think the offer was initially from Boots for 152, and they countered and said 147. Um, Man, Haney just playing the game, man. Look like he getting a little bit of that bill is rubbing off on him. No
Yeah.
homo. I think Haney just playing the game, man. Look, if you noticed, all this duck talk kind of really started with Bill Haney. Nobody was being guys being ducked wasn't being highlighted as much as till Bill Haney started putting a um start highlighting that and just going around saying it, and now all of a sudden all these guys are ducks. I think Haney just talking, man. I mean he got some room to talk, but if you know what's going on, you know what's going on.
That's a fact. And let me kick it to you like this. Boots. He was out there sparring with Canelo. They was getting some work in preparation for the Crawford fight. What's your take on that? And then just all the people's comments about them sparring each other. Like, what's your whole outlook on the sparring?
Well, from Canelo's perspective, him sparring Boots, that should tell you that he's taking this fight with Crawford very seriously. Just off of him sparring with Boots,
Absolutely.
that's literally the best look you can get to mimic Crawford with the hits, the switch hitting, and a few similarities that they share in the ring, the athleticism, the IQ, and other things. But I think it shows that Canelo taking this fight very seriously, and I think we're in for a good matchup against Bud Crawford. I heard a lot of people saying Canelo wasn't taking this fight serious, and I think just the fact that him sparring Boots shows that he taking this fight very serious.
No, see, they was saying that the prime a loss. But because Crawford was everybody was talking about how Crawford was using snack and how they was talking about Crawford's size, so they was getting a little nervous. So now they see that Canelo is sparring Boots, Yoneli Hernandez, the Real Val Saint. They realize that Canelo ain't playing.
Nah,
So
that's a
I
fact.
and now I'm gonna be honest with you. Once I seen them sparring, dang, I was like, I seen that picture. I was like, oh yeah, I was excited. I got my excitement went up for the fight because I know for a fact Canelo, he's going in there to stop Bud. You don't bring in a Boots, you don't spar with a Yoneli Hernandez if you're not trying to do everything in your power to win a fight.
Yeah, you
Um,
definitely crossing your T's and dotting your I's sparring those guys.
Yeah,
yeah, that,
and the thing that really shocked me about the whole Jaron Boots Ennis and Canelo sparring is you don't usually get that two guys that's at the top of their game sparring each other. You usually get somebody that the top guy is getting somebody that's is making their way up to the top level. You don't normally get a guy two guys.
you went out on us free.
That's a good point by D
Can
Free
you
as
hear me?
well.
Yeah. I never really ever seen two top guys spar each other. That's like Manny Pacquiao about to fight Floyd Mayweather and he getting Shane Mosley to spar with him. You don't normally see that.
So that's true. Because a lot of times if you think this might be a free that these guys and when you $1 million fight at that point, you got to be careful in sparring because you got to make it to your event.
Absolutely.
You mess around
Yeah.
and the wrong person touch you to the body and you ain't gonna be making it to your event. And we heard that before, right?
I wonder how much Boots was holding back. And I'd like to know what his thoughts is after getting that experience with Canelo. Does he feel like he could move up to 68 and be dominant there, Like I just would like to know what his mindset is after that sparring. Cause you hear, I don't know if you remember B3 the other night when I was saying we were talking about guys in weight classes, and I mentioned like when certain guys meet up with certain guys and they're like, oh, they're not that big. I could fight you. So I was wondering,
Yup.
I just would like to even pick Boots' brain for like a minute just to see what he thinks after sparring Canelo.
Yeah, I mean,
What you?
that was I think that was similar to what Bud had. I think Bud sparred Stone Cold, and he was like, hold up, man, I can, and then he saw Canelo in person. He was like, hold up, man, Canelo not that daggone big. I can go ahead and fight him. I'm cool at this weight.
Yeah,
Cause
I think
remember he was like, man, nah, I'm not fighting Canelo. Canelo too big.
that's a fact. But it was Bill Haney that put it in his ear first, and then maybe Bo Mack and all the mad scientists that they got in his camp started to get to work and break down Canelo, and I think they felt comfortable taking that challenge on.
I mean, Bill Haney got in his ear. If Bud Crawford go out here and get knocked out, I wonder is he gonna blame Bill Haney for that?
Nah, that's my first thought, man. Bill got his ass beat to hell. But if we remember, a couple years ago, PBC was trying to match up Earl with Canelo as well.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So when it kind of happened, I wasn't that surprised because the plan for Errol was to always get the Canelo fight at like 164 catchweight.
Yeah, and see the only reason why that Canelo and Earl fight didn't go through, one because Canelo didn't want to fight David Benavidez,
Correct.
um, but two, Earl said nah, he wanted to go for undisputed. He
Correct.
was like, nah, I'm not trying to move out of 47 until I get this undisputed fight. So that was the only reason why those fights didn't happen.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Earl. The fans would have gave Earl some backlash too. I know he got a lot of fans. I'm a fan of Earl, but he always preached going into for undisputed for fighting Crawford. So he kind of stamped. He knew he was on the line for that fight with the fans, and he's a man of his word. So I think that's why he kind of still went through with the fight, even though 147 was tough to make. Salute Puro in the building, man. What's good, Puro?
What's good? What's good? What's going on, fellas?
What's going
Man, we
on?
just right now we just cooking about Devin. He said who is he compared. I'm talking about Boots Ennis. We also talking the Boots versus Canelo sparring and Canelo's preparation for Bud is kind of exciting everybody. Now we know that Bud Canelo's gonna take Bud serious. What's your thoughts on kind of just the Boots in general and sparring Canelo?
Well, it makes sense. He's the only one that can, like, well, to the best of his abilities, mimic the switch hitting. You know, so that's what you do. You
Absolutely.
bring in somebody that can mimic that to the best of his abilities. I don't know anybody else that kind of switches like in the sport, not to my knowledge.
Not
Did
at that size.
somebody
No.
refresh my memory? Did Crawford come out against Madrimov orthodox, or did he come out southpaw?
I'm gonna say southpaw.
Southpaw.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say, but I don't remember. I'm
I,
trying to
I
Yeah.
think he started. I think he started in Orthodox, then he switched to Southpaw because that's usually how he does it. He normally starts in Orthodox and then he switched to Southpaw.
Correct.
But I'm
But
gonna
but
say
in the
this.
Spence
I'm gonna
fight,
say this. He
He came out straight southpaw. That's what
And I
kind of
Yeah,
threw me
believe,
off.
since you said that, I believe he's been doing that since that fight, since the Spence fight. I don't believe he went orthodox versus Madrimov. I could be wrong, but I have to view it. Maybe he switched in it, but I believe I've been seeing him more out of the southpaw stance. I feel like he's more
well,
comfortable out of southpaw.
well, he is a southpaw fighter. He just can fight out of the orthodox stance. He is a southpaw fighter because majority. If you go back, even when he was fighting at the smaller weights, majority of his fighting style was in the southpaw fighting style. He would switch to orthodox and back and forth, but majority of the time he would be in the southpaw stance.
Yeah, Crawford is tremendous out of the southpaw stance. I think that's going to be That's gonna be the interesting piece of it. Now, do y'all know the last Southpaw Canelo fought? I might have to go in the box rec for this one.
I heard this. I heard he
William
just said,
Skull,
"Oh,
right?
my bad."
Oh,
Or
The
William
Skull
Scott
last
was
Canelo.
one,
Southpaw.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Cubans are
Okay.
usually even if they're like right-handed, they start them all off southpaw.
I was about to say, yeah, I think William Skull might have been southpaw, and I think prior to that it might have been. I think if I'm not mistaken, I believe is
Was it Trout? That was a long time ago though.
yeah,
Lara?
Austin Trout. Oh, Laura. Yeah, Laura.
Yeah,
no
Austin Trout was a
Lard
southpaw,
yeah,
but
Lard definitely a southpaw. I can't remember
mhm.
if Caleb playing a southpaw or orthodox. I can't
No, he's
remember. I
I
think
orthodox.
believe he's
Caleb is
orthodox.
okay.
I
orthodox.
believe
Okay.
he's orthodox,
Yeah,
but don't
but
quote me
yeah,
on that.
I believe. I mean, because he fought so many guys that I didn't care to see him. There was a lot of fights I didn't watch at Canelo, but I do know Laura is a southpaw, and I do know that William Skull was southpaw,
I
but I
believe
can't
Billy Joe
remember
is
in between.
southpaw as well. I think
John Ryder as well, southpaw.
Billy Joe and
Okay,
John Ryder, correct.
yeah, yeah. Because I like he fought so many fights that I didn't even watch because I didn't want to see them fight. So I was like, man, I can't even tell. I know Laura and I know William Skull. That's it.
Yeah, that's real interesting, man. I would have loved to been a fly on the wall for that sparring with Boots and Canelo, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, it would have been a nice little sparring session to see.
Now, Dank wants to ask Boots or see if Boots took it light on Canelo. What's your thoughts, Piero? Do you think Boots took it light on him?
Not if he wants to get paid or
Yeah,
get a
that
return
part.
ticket.
That part right there.
Canelo's
See,
too
and that's
experienced for him not to pick up when a fighter's not, going
uh
100%.
And I don't think Canelo spars lightly. Like I've seen him, I've
mm,
seen a couple sparring clips. I don't think he spars like holding his punches or going at like 70%. I don't think he spars like that.
Nah, Canelo's Mexican
there's no
too. It's
point.
like tradition Mexican sparring. It's not like
You don't get
obviously
no
like
real
a,
work
a
that way.
fight simulation, but it's like yeah, they don't hold back.
That just shows that shows me that Canelo knows Bud is a serious threat. You're not gonna bring in a guy like Boots to get a look um, if you're not taking your opponent serious, or if you
He
don't
can't
think
afford
he's
to
a
take
real
Crawford
threat.
lightly. He can't afford to take a Crawford lightly, even if
I'm
he
with
wanted
you
to.
on that. I'm in full agreement. Uh, yeah, Canelo's taking this fight extremely serious. So
He
I
loses
gotta
this like
I mean now my
smack
now I'm on the
smack the
road
lips.
with it. I gotta ask y'all this and I gotta kick it to Piro. Piro, what you think about Devin saying who is Boots or who is he in reference to Boots, kind of implying, he's the big dog now. I mean, Devin, he been around, been champ for about 7 years. Do you feel like Devin is getting a little bit of the Silk Sheik syndrome?
Mm.
I mean, did Boots? I mean, excuse me. Did Devin say that, or did his pop say that?
He
I
said it was
don't
Devin said it in the new Akin Barak interview.
let me jump out and
Okay.
jump back in. I can't hear Piro. Oh, say something, Piro.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
My bad.
Yeah, he
Maybe
said
I'm
it.
not. Yeah, rather.
He said that
Go
in
ahead.
a new Akin Barak interview. When asked about the fight in reference to him going to 152, and he was kind of, I guess he implying like Boots wouldn't dictate that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a bigger star.
Yeah. Well, since Devin don't really talk, he's like he's never been a big talker. I take it as all talk. Just like literally just this shit talking, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and there was a narrative being painted that Boots ducked him, so he kind of had the little wiggle room to run with that. But I think we all know what would happen if those guys squared up in the
See,
squared shot.
my thing is, I believe it was Bill that had called out Jaron Boots Ennis. So and my take on the whole situation is, well, if you was the one that was calling for the fight, he's the bigger guy that moved up to 54. You want the fight, then you got to fight him at whatever way he said he wants to come down to. It's not he don't have to come down. You're asking for the fight. He's not asking for the fight.
That's true. But another
So
thing, Why didn't Brian Norman
Yeah.
get an offer at 152? Why Devin Haney? Is another question I have.
Why didn't Brian Norman get an offer at 152?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, but I can answer that free. Uh, Devin is, I mean, for lack of a better word, Turkey's guy. So as we can see, he's been trying to make fights for Devin. He's been wanting Devin to fight in Saudi. So I think Devin is more so in the driver's seat with Turkey, which is kind of why all these offers is going out for Devin. That's the only reason.
true. That's a
I,
good.
I think with Brian Norman, the only thing that's really on the table for Jaron Boots Ennis is the title. So if he was to fight him at 152, there's no title on the line. With with Devin, there was no title. It was just the money aspect. I don't think it's a big money fight for Brian Norman, for Jaron and Brian Norman to fight. So it will be only the title situation
True,
by
true,
him unifying or taking Brian Norman's title. So I think that's the reason why they didn't even send an offer for 152 because it's not a big money fight. With Devin, it would have been a big money fight, but you would have had to fight him at 152.
true.
Now I gotta ask y'all this, Puro Dank Free.
What up?
Could y'all buy into Devin versus Boots? Could y'all
Nah, I
buy into
can't
it?
buy into it right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And
My point.
everybody know I
I'm
fuck
having
I mess with
go
Haney,
ahead,
but
go
I
ahead.
can't buy it. I can't buy into it.
I'm having trouble buying into Haney versus Norman, to be honest. But the fight's made, so what are you gonna
Why is
do?
that? Why is that, Puro?
I mean, like it's just like literally, like I'm just kind of like what's I gonna say, yell or preach it to the choir, or yelling to people that don't listen to me. But Devin did nothing to deserve that title shot, bro. That's all. Well, other than that,
That's a good point.
Hold on, Dan. You can't give in like that as a Haney guy.
No, I mean he didn't fight any final eliminator to put himself in position. It's just
No.
Norman fighting a big name that just moved into the division. I mean, it's just
That's-
like the guy moving up. We've seen this throughout history. Guys move up and they get immediate title shots. So I understand where he's coming from, but Haney's a big name, so big names get those type of opportunities. So
Yeah,
I I, I, I see it from both ways.
yeah,
the reason.
I'm not mad at Norman. I'm not mad at Norman.
Nah, because Norman is getting a career high payday. His opportunity.
Correct.
It was brain for them. I
Mhm.
heard Jolene, Mazone, his manager, and kind of also Norman Senior. They said everything was a yes, yes, yes as soon as they heard the numbers. You see what I'm saying in the situation because I mean that's life changing money. I mean for everybody involved. Uh, Jolene can keep business as usual, and Brian Norman he can pretty much set himself up, put away money for his future kids. Now,
And who
with that,
who's the other name that has cachet in the welterweight division other than Haney? I mean, he just got there, and
yeah,
granted, he hasn't done anything yet. But I forgot who said this the other day. But I've been saying it since Spence and Boots moved up, and I've been looking at the landscape that this is probably one of the first times in history that the welterweight division has just been so weak.
I'm somebody else said that too. I do pretty much agree. And like we look at it like this, right? So Ryan and Roller they fought for the WBA regular, their first fight at 47.
Yeah,
So
while Giasov was the number one guy in
it's
line for the
nasty.
title.
Terrible. And then we look at Devin right now. To Piro's point, I will give Devin, WBC a little bit of credit because he came up as champion. He was the champion at 140, so they ranked him number one, kind of right off the bat. Now, of course, we know Gustavo, the new WBO president. He, talking about Albert Bell. He said you got to fight somebody in the top 15, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. Devin had previously been a WBO champion at 135. So these guys they'll maneuver who they want depending on the
Exactly.
market, depending on who's bringing in the money. When Turkey said he'll put this money up for Devin, oh, there was a no brainer. Everybody put him to number one as quick as they could. So boxing in a ranking system is just nasty business.
It, 'cause
That's a
if he
fact. But I can't get let Devin pass. I can't give Devin a pass on this one. You know, because like he did it at 135. He fought, you know, most if not all of the top dudes. So I mean, at least Devin could give us as one of the top dudes at 147. And there's like maybe one or two fighters have been waiting for like 10 years, bro, for a title shot,
But
any title shot.
but Puro, if you were Haney, what would you do? Would you deny yourself the immediate title shot, or you would go the route that you're saying is more respectable? What would you do? You'd go
Well,
for the title,
since
correct?
that's the thing though, because if I'm Haney, I'm gonna go with whatever is in my best interest. So I can't see it from the Haney from Devin's perspective in this instance, because in the past he has like Devin like unless like you're been living on a rock, Devin's like been connected ever since he was young. So like literally he had
Yeah.
opportunities to take an easy route or not an easy route, but he gave us a lot of good fights. So like, you know, like he fought Ramirez. That was a good ex fighter. You know, it was boring, whatever. I'll give him a pass on that one because he's never fought like that before. But other than that, like he lost to Ryan in a fight that nobody was asking for, in a fight that Ryan didn't even fucking deserve. You know what I'm saying? So
Fair
that's the
point.
that's the only beef I have with it. But yeah, from Devin's perspective, of course, man, he's gonna do what's best for him, man. But it's just like welterweight has been held up for the longest because of Earl and Bud. It's not their fault, plus their fault, but they fought. At the end of the day, they're gone. They're long gone now. Boots is even gone. I can't say too much about Brian Norman because like yeah, the Cuevas fight was like whatever. And who else did he fight? I think Cuevas is the only one that was like a whatever fight, but he fought a top contender and what's his name? The guy out of San Diego,
Santillion.
guy knocked out.
Yeah, Santillion was the number one guy in the
Santillian. Yeah,
WBO at
Santillian. Like he
147.
fought
Or number
Santillian.
two, excuse me.
Yeah, and then they gave Jin Sasaki a shot. So like literally, like, you know, I can't blame B Norman too much. All right,
Yeah,
Nah,
this
that's a
this
fact.
nah Norman Jr. deserves this fight. A big money fight for him as a young champion. And salute to T in the building. Salute to Big Dre in the building. Y'all cook on which I mean, Pure. Who you got? Haney Norman.
I had Norman by decision, but I changed my mind last week. I got Haney by decision now.
That's interesting, Pure. I mean, I remember you had on Dub show you had Norman Jr. What you seeing? What you seeing that that's making you change your mind?
Nothing that hasn't already been said. It's just like I just got a. It's like a feeling type thing. It has nothing to do with like how they look at how they looked at in their last fights. I just feel like Haney picked Norman for a reason. I mean, he could have fought Barrios. I think he could have beat Barrios. I think he would have like had a more. The odds would have been more stacked in his favor against Barrios. Rolly's the champion at 147. Like, there's gonna be easier ways than Brian Norman. So at the end of the day, like Devin's got a hell of a chin, bro. I've been saying that since the get. That's why I had Norman by decision. But Norman's hitting like that. But yeah, man, I just feel like Devin might pull this one off.
Hey, Pierre, when you always say Devin has a chin, I always think you're trolling us.
Nah.
Speak about that for the audience real quick. Which like with Devin's chin.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, like literally, like so let's see. Ryan is like literally like fastest hands in boxing, like packs a hell of a punch. Got up 3 times, bro. Like he wasn't even like really hurt. I would say maybe the first knockdown he looked like
He was
where he
dragging
kind of
off
like
of the mat.
slipped. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, like that he was like look a little bit hurt in that one, but like all three of those knockdowns, he didn't even look hurt to me. Like I've only really seen him hurt once, and that's against Linares. And Linares couldn't get him out of there. Jojo hurt him a little bit, but like I said, nothing too major. Like literally, he's taking some shots from some pretty big punchers, man, and he's withstood them all. So yeah, man. I mean, like most people think because like he takes like he falls down a lot. Like literally, oh, he got no chin, whatever. He's chinny. Nah, he ain't chinny. If he was chinny, he'd be knocked out by now.
Nah, that's a great point.
Good
Because people
point.
don't know when you get your head turned and your neck and you get knocked out, is there like kind of how Ashton H2O got knocked out. Um, that I mean that could have easily been Devin. You see what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
got to be a plan. People need to kind of have a little bit more understanding about the sport and about punch resistance. So like I always tell people, you pretty much gonna have to hit Devin with a truck to stop him.
Yeah. And then in this era, nobody throws in combination. So even if you do have Devin hurt, you're hitting him like with one single shots. You know.
Good point.
Absolutely. Nah, that's a fact. Now I gotta ask you this while I got you up here. Um, Do well, the people, of course, they race baiting and stuff like that, talking about Boots helping Canelo, all that goofy stuff, right?
Mm.
No, why haven't we heard anything about, because Boots is supposed to be fighting Virgil? Why haven't we heard anything about Canelo helping Boots? Or does it, because Boots is a smaller guy, it's just the Hispanic community? Y'all don't see it as, or they don't see it as like he can't be helping Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a smaller man. Like, why is there no? Why is it not even? You know what I'm saying? Or is this just, it's just a different thought process? We crabs in a barrel on our side. What's your
I
thoughts?
mean, it's for me. It's just YouTube, like literally, like just like YouTube and race baiting aside. Boots ain't doing this out of the kindness of his heart. He's getting paid for this. Like all
Yes,
sparring
sir.
partners get paid for it.
Mhm.
Simple as.
Yep, that's a fact. He's getting a check. I would love to know what his going rate is for sparring. That's crazy. I was not expecting that this morning, to see Boots sparring with Canelo. Now, I gotta ask you, with that being said, like, who are you picking, Canelo Crawford up, Piero?
Canelo, 12.
Canelo in 12. See there? Canelo by decision.
Hmm.
Um, do you feel like Crawford is going to engage and give the fans like a great fight?
If he wants to win, yes.
Oh, if you want that part, that part. One hundred
Yeah.
percent. Because if you do what Jamel did, you're not losing rounds. Canelo's gonna bank him, and everybody gonna laugh at you. So I'm in full
Yeah.
agreement. That's what. Be honest with you, CDK. Shout out to my brother CDK Boxing. He was telling me that he originally he thought Bud was gonna get knocked out because because he feel like that when Bud gets into it, Bud is not gonna run away. You know what I'm saying? Bud is gonna fight, and Canelo's gonna end up catching Bud. I'm not sure about that, but I think even with seeing Boots and Canelo sparring, that kind of just made me want to see this fight even more so. So I'm excited for the fight even more now than I was before because I know Canelo is taking it serious. Before I kind of thought that he might, just of course I've been thinking Canelo's in the silk sheets mode. He fought Munguia, he fought Berlanga, but he kind of even said he held him up. He kind of he didn't want to stop Munguia. So with this Bud fight, I was a little unsure, but now I'm leaning Canelo. I don't know how it's gonna go per se, but if you can get Canelo, it's going. The odds is changing. He was like a minus 115, minus 130. Now he's looking at 200, minus 200. So the money is going on Canelo at this speed. Sit is blue to see blue.
That's just me or B3 pretty
Like button and
broken
not
up.
follow. Say that again. Real. It's probably
I
not.
can't
It's
really hear you,
probably
but
me.
it might be
You
just me.
it's not. It's not just on my. Just
Is it B3 on
say
the mic?
this. We got.
I can hear a word you say. You're like ding 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 ding. Ding.
He on the move, so it's kind of breaking up a little
Oh,
bit.
okay. Okay.
All right.
I just heard
Then
Zaparaja, bro.
go
You're
ahead.
low.
Um, back to the on the Canelo and Crawford, man. This is big news, man. With them dropping that Boots and Canelo photo, showing that they've been sparring. That really just stamped it for me that Canelo's taking this fight extremely serious. Cause you're not looking for that type of work if you're not coming in to do what you got to do. But I gotta go with Crawford, man. I think Crawford has the skilled enough to get the job done. I hear everybody saying when he get hit, he like to engage and get into a firefight. But I think this fight is just strictly IQ for Bud, and I think he understands that. Um, So I think he know that the job is to outpoint Canelo. It's not really to hurt him. So coming from that
You know, pick
perspective,
up the
I
the
think
real.
Canelo. Say that again. My bad.
Nah, cook. Keep cooking, bro.
Nah, yes. From that perspective, I think Canelo. I think Crawford has the skills enough to get it done. My thing is, how is he gonna react to taking the shots? That's a big factor in this fight. For me, is how Crawford is gonna take the shots, and the pressure as well. Can he use the educated jab to keep Crawford at a distance for him not to just rush in? We know Canelo like to just rush in and pressure his opponents and put them on the back foot. So it's real interesting, but I think Crawford is skilled enough to get the job done.
Yeah, I definitely think he's
Nah,
skilled enough
mandatory.
to get it done. But it's just it's tough, bro. Just going, without any without experience at that weight. Like literally, like it's. I don't think anybody's really done what he's trying to do. Just kind of move up, fight the literally the top guy in the division, a pound for pound top guy in the division, and win. I mean, it's not like unheard of, especially because Crawford's really good, but it's a steep mountain to climb. It's like Mikey. Mikey was pound for pound and exceptionally skilled, but Arrow made it look easy, man.
Nah, absolutely,
And I was
absolutely.
rooting for Mikey, but I knew it was like odds were like 10%, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough task. Definitely a tough task. But I think Bud has the intangibles to pull it off. I think he's got the grit to pull it off. Um, Another thing that's going to tell me a lot is the weight that he weighs in at. Um,
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm
Yeah.
my antenna. All right, so going into the Charlo fight, I thought Charlo should come in at 162, 163. And I was saying leading into that fight, if he came in over a little higher, it was gonna have my antennas. My antennas were gonna rise up because that's just a lot of weight to just put on. But I think the optimum weight for Bud to come in is like 163, 162. I think if he comes in that weight, I feel a little bit better about the pick. But if he comes in 167, right there under 168, I'm gonna be a little worried about the pick.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah,
weight's gonna have a lot to do with it.
the only thing about that, hopefully the audio is coming through decent now.
Yes,
You
Um,
sir.
good, B3?
Now, the only thing about that is that these guys is probably not gonna cut more weight than they have to. Now, what you
Exactly.
think of? And salute to Angie Baby in
See,
the building.
th-
He's at
this this
163.
this is my
Go
thing.
ahead.
This is my thing with the whole cutting the weight. How much weight do Crawford have to cut? How much muscle do we have to cut? Because Crawford and those pictures that we seen of Crawford as of lately, he looked like he's somewhere around 180. He don't look like he's like 170. He look like he's about 180. We gotta remember Crawford is 5'9", and
Yeah,
so he's gonna cut down a lot of muscle. He put on a lot of muscle. He didn't put on a lot of fat. So that's harder to cut down. When you put on that much muscle, it's that much harder to cut the weight because it's not as easy as cutting fat. So I want to know exactly how is he going to cut down? Is it going to be a good weight cut for him?
Mm, that's a good point, D Free.
that's a great point, and because like you're saying, we don't kind of know what type of weight cut this is going to be with Bud. I mean, as you can say, 180, like that's a lot of weight to put on, and you got to consider he was just fighting 147 for one time at 54. So it's a lot of question marks surrounding this fight. The one question mark we got answered is that he said Angie Baby said muscle Ozempic. The one question we got answered is that Canelo was taking this fight extremely serious.
Absolutely.
So that was the biggest piece for me. And now I know this is about to be probably one of the best fights. I think this will arguably be one of the best fights that we've seen. Because like as long as both guys, like y'all saying, are fighting to win.
I'm gonna
Um
tell you. I'm gonna tell you exactly when. when Canelo took this fight serious. When Bud Crawford got in Canelo face and he pushed Crawford back,
Bingo.
That's when Canelo took this fight serious. He
Bingo.
said, "Oh, so he wants to act bad, do he? He wants to act tough. Okay, I was going to take a light on you. Now I'm gonna beat you bad. I'm
Bingo.
gonna beat you bad." That's when he took it serious.
And I think he also gauged Crawford's strength in
Yeah,
that little exchange as well, because Crawford just slightly just rushed up on him and moved him back. So that's a good point, D. Free. When I think about this fight, I always think about that moment.
yeah.
I always think about that
Because
moment when
remember,
that happened. I was like, oh yeah,
remember, right before that fight, right before that face off, we had got pictures of them having dinner with Turkey. They
yep,
sitting down at the table having dinner. Then all of a sudden they had the little face off and Crawford stepped to Canelo and Canelo was like, "Hold up, man, you step with nigga, we just ate together, and you
yep.
want to
That's
step?
a fact.
Okay, all right, I see how it is. I was gonna take a light on you. Now I'm gonna do you dirty."
I
So
wonder.
I
I
think
wonder how long Boots has been in camp with Canelo. That's another
that's what
question.
I was thinking the same thing. I was going to ask that question, but y'all had moved on from it. But I was about to ask that question: is Boots only there for one or two sparring sessions, or is he there for the duration of the fight? I mean, of the training camp. Well, actually, I'll take that back. I don't think he's going to be there for the duration of the training camp because Boots got to get ready for his fight.
His fight, correct.
Yeah, so he might be there for. I say he probably there for maybe a couple of sparring sessions, but it looked like I think Canelo might have got like one, might probably be somewhere around 2 to 3 sparring sessions with Bud Crawford.
I think he's going to be there for the duration.
For
You
the
think it's
remainder.
going to be for the duration?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think he arrived as soon as he signed his fight with the fighter he's fighting. I forgot his name. I
Lima.
think he's out of Angola,
Mm-hmm.
Lima. No,
Mm-hmm. Uzma
Lima.
Lima. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
as soon as he had his
Yeah.
opponent, he started camp, and that's when he got there.
I,
But I think he's going to be there for the duration because of like the style that he possesses. The switch hit. So he's gonna. I think it's
I
going to
mean
be there.
that could be. I mean that'd be good for both of them because Boots would be getting used to fighting a bigger guy, and Crawford would get used. Canelo would get used to fighting somebody with a similar style to Crawford. So it would be good for both of them.
Yeah, because
I mean,
high level southpaw sparring is hard to come by because
and that's
not a
the
lot of
highest
high
level
level.
in the game
Yeah.
right now. Boots
Yeah,
is the
right now he's
highest
one of
level.
them. Yeah, definitely.
Now I gotta ask y'all this because I don't. Nobody's really mentioning this. Crawford's layoff. Now, Big Dre said Crawford had about 18 months to put on the weight, which will help with that. My thing is, I rarely pick a fighter that's been inactive to win a fight. Do y'all feel like the layoff is going to play a part, or because Crawford is 38, he needed that layoff? What's y'all thoughts?
I think it's that's bad because we saw what Crawford looked like after the layoff he had with Earl. He got in there with Magnumov and he didn't look like the Bud Crawford we used to seeing. And that could be because Magnumov gave him a different style that he wasn't expecting. That could be the thing, or it could just be the fact that he was rusty in there, and he just didn't have the legs under him right away. He started getting into the groove towards the end of that fight, but at the beginning, Magnumov was having some success in that fight. And I mean, like I said, I had that fight at a draw going into the 11th round. I think Bud Crawford pulled it out the last 2 rounds and won that fight. But I had it a draw going into the 11th round. But now you're going up to 68 off of not fighting for 400 and some odd days, and you're about to get in there with the best guy at 68, the guy that's been fighting at that weight class for the last what 3 4 years, and you about to fight him. So I think that's a bad idea. And he's the older guy. We don't know when Father Time is going to show up.
True.
I think any layoff
Mm-hmm.
is bad, but I think this layoff in particular is unavoidable because if he would have took another fight, like ideally he would want to take a fight at 168 to acclimatize himself to the weight, but then depending on who he fights, is dangerous because it'll be his first fight at 168. Like literally, he fought a fighter with very little experience in Madrimov,
Yeah.
and he struggled. So like potentially he could have struggled with anybody who could fight at 168. And also, it's even though it's bad on that end, it's also good that he's kind of used to fighting once a year. I would say maybe the last past, I don't know, 3 4 years. So it's like it's not nothing he's not accustomed to. So one, I think it was unavoidable because like he didn't want to ruin the actual Canelo fight, and two, he's kind of used to it already. So like he can concentrate on because like I don't think a weight cut's going to be an issue because he's moving up in weight. So he's moving up 13 pounds. So at the end of the day, weight cuts out, it's not an issue. It's put enough size so he doesn't get pushed around. Because like literally like at
Yep.
168, like literally like they're bigger dudes, so he has to like
Do
put on a little
do
bit of
y'all
weight so he doesn't get pushed around easily.
do y'all think the fight that Canelo had with William Skull helped Canelo Alvarez at any in this fight because William Skull didn't stand in front of Canelo?
No, I don't think it helped.
Only thing
I think
it would
I
have
think it
showed
just
it.
kept him active. I think it just kept him
Yeah,
active.
he did
That's
a
the only
camp.
thing I could say that favored in Canelo, that he was active under the lights fighting. That's the
To me,
only
it
reason
made
I
me
can say
doubt
that.
that this fight was going to be taken seriously by
Yeah,
both
and
parties.
another thing is, but it may have a counter. You know, well, y'all cook on it because my audio may be going out. But all I'm gonna say is because he
You're
couldn't
clear.
cut off the ring against Skull, that may mess with his mental.
I just thought of something. It's interesting. Bud insisted on getting a tune-up, or a warm-up fight before Spence, but he didn't take one before Canelo. That's real interesting. I just thought about that.
Because he
Uh,
was at a weight he's already used to, though. That's the thing, though. He was already
True.
used to welterweight, so it don't matter who they're gonna put in. He ain't gonna whoop ass.
or maybe they might be looking at Canelo and thinking Canelo might be easy work because of his footwork. But like we know Canelo is not an easy opponent.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking they looking at Canelo similar to Jose Benavidez. Oh yeah, and even that fight, Jose Benavidez had one leg and he gave Bud Crawford problems in that fight. But maybe he's looking at Canelo as a similar fighter to a Jose Benavidez. He doesn't move. He doesn't have a lot of footwork. He just moves his upper body. I fought somebody like that, so I don't really need to have a tune-up to get ready for Canelo Alvarez. I fought
True.
a lot of guys that don't move their feet a lot.
I don't think Bud's that dumb.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I
feel
think
it's gonna be one sided one way or another. I just got that feeling. It's either gonna be one sided and Canelo gonna be too big for Bud, or it's gonna be one sided and Bud is too good of a boxer for Canelo.
Yeah. Do y'all think Crawford's last couple weight cuts was tough? Because leading into the Spence fight, he second that the weight cut wasn't as easy when Spence said it as well. So do I think his weight cuts were a little tough going into those last two fights at 54 and 147?
I don't think at 54. I think maybe at 47, the last couple of fights he had might have been an issue. That's one of the reasons why he didn't want to fight Jaron Boots Ennis at 47. And I think he knew that it was more of a problem for Earl because Earl spent a lot. He spent majority of his career at 47, so he was willing to get it back at 47 with Earl, but not for Jaron Boots Ennis. But I think at 54, it wasn't that bad of a weight cut because he had an extra 7 pounds, and
Yeah,
he can rehydrate to whatever he wanted to rehydrate to. But I think at 47, it was a strain on his body a little bit towards the end of his career at 47.
good point.
I agree with that. And salute to the autism in the building.
Shout out
Appreciate
Autism
you,
Boy.
the autism in the building. The on the stream y'all lives, I can't wrench up for whatever. On the YouTube lives, I can't. I got you. The autism salute, Brody. Um, we just cooking over here, man. We cooking on Boost. We cooking on Canelo. The state of boxing. I gotta ask Piero this. I'm not sure if you answered this, but what's your thoughts on the Virgil Lubin fight and who do you got winning?
a good fight. I mean, Lubin, Lubin's a really good fighter. Like Virgil can't sleep on him. Also, Virgil doesn't want to ruin his chances to to become a champion at the weight, and also to fight Boots. So like as long as Virgil does what he does and not sleep on Lubin, he should beat him. I think I got Virgil stopping him.
I'm on the same page with you. I got Virgil late in that fight. And
You just
salute to
can't sleep
everybody.
on him because Lubin's really good.
Yeah, nah, that's an
Nah, Lubin is.
extremely dangerous fight for Ortiz to take. He has to be defensively sharp in that fight. And if he's got Lubin hurt, he's gonna have to get him up out of there fast. Lubin is a dangerous fighter with a lot of experience and been in there with a lot of guys. And I think he's skilled enough to push Virgil to that next level. What would you guys say? What would you rank Lubin and Boachuk or Madrimov? Would you say the distance between those guys is too far, or would you give Lubin the edge?
Versus Bohachuk.
No, like as a fighter,
Skill wise,
skilled and compared as a fighter. Yeah,
I would rank
Um,
Lubin over Boachuk, but Madrimov probably over Madrimov too.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
definitely over
I rate
definitely
Lubin
over
over
Madrimov.
both those guys.
Say that again,
Not
Pedro.
Bohachuk.
We seen
Not Bohachuk.
Virgil
I'm
have a
sorry. Go
little
ahead,
tough
Grandfather.
time with Boachuk, but um,
Now,
I
I know
shout
you
out
now,
to
Pedro.
Virgil
Did you
though.
see the Michael Fikes fight?
Say that
Hold on,
again.
let me say that. Did y'all see the Michael Fox versus Boachuk?
Michael
Yeah,
Did you see
Fox
that,
versus
Pedro?
Bohachuk. I'm pretty sure
Michael
I
Fox
did.
was robbed.
You heard that
Pretty
right,
sure I did.
Pedro?
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. But I have Bohachuk if at the same level, if not better than Lubin.
mm. Oh, I can't see it. I can't. But here's the thing, though. Lubin definitely has been in there with the top competition, and he's
Yeah.
shown us a lot of himself. We've seen him get stopped devastatingly by Charlo. We've seen him
Hmm.
go to war with Fundora, and we also seen him edge very so slightly Jesus Ramos.
I thought that was
I
a
gotta ask
robbery.
y'all this.
I thought that was a
Yeah,
robbery.
that's what I was gonna ask next. Did y'all feel like he won that Ramos fight?
He he,
Peter
he
already
won.
answered. What you think, Dank?
He won that. He won that fight. Lubin won that fight. Ramos took his
Mm,
foot off the gas in that second half of the fight. Um, Lubin landed the cleaner shots, did the better work, and was more defensive, and he pulled it out. I had Lubin winning that fight.
Yeah, no, I thought it was a robbery, but I totally agree with you, Dank Father, about the decision of his corner and Jesus Ramos to to fight the second half of the fight like he already had it won.
all right, now I gotta ask you this, Dank, because you had Lubin winning the Jesus Ramos fight. Did you have Chris Koba winning the first Rayo fight?
Yes, I did. Yup,
Did.
I
Jesus.
did. Yup. Cobra
Mm,
landed the cleaner shots and was very defensive in that fight. Excuse me, my bad.
yeah, and what's your thoughts on that fight, Pedro?
The
Uh,
first and the second to me were I similar. I thought Colbert, Lil B Hop got his ass beat in both fights. The first fight he was able to survive. Second fight, I mean, wasn't even close, bruh.
Yeah, he
I even
killed.
called the
now he
round,
got
man. I
knocked
think
out
I
the
won like
second
two
fight, so of
grand,
course it
bruh.
wasn't close.
Oh, nice.
But the first fight, Rayo landed the harder shots. Cobra landed the cleaner shots. And you got to go watch that fight again. Just because he was pressuring him,
I've already watched it a few
didn't
times,
mean
bruh.
he won that fight.
Yeah, that was still
Cobra Rayo was missing a lot of those shots. Cobra was defensively sharp in that fight. I believe he might have got dropped or he got rocked a couple times, but that was
He
just
got
about
dropped.
it for Rayo. He just hit him
He
with
got
the
dropped.
harder shots. He got dropped in that fight, in the
No,
first fight.
yeah, in the first fight, yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, because something big happened. So yeah, he got. But see, I think both of them were 12 round fights, right?
But
I'm sorry.
I believe so.
Cobra
I
beat him
believe
off the
both of
back
them were
foot
12 rounds.
cleanly. Cobra beat him off the back foot cleanly.
I mean, I didn't see that.
Clean.
But
I thought it was close. I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was. It was. It definitely wasn't clean, dang, in my opinion.
No, I
What
mean
fight you
But
talking about?
it.
the second half. I mean, like defensively, if you throwing 50 punches and you only landed five, I label that as
What fight you
clean.
talking about?
We talking about the Chris Colbert versus Ryo one,
Oh,
the first fight.
yeah, yeah. I thought El Rayo won that fight. I thought they gave Chris Colbert a gift. I thought El Rayo won that fight.
And what about the Lubin Ramos? Who'd you score for there?
He had Ramos in
I
that
saw
fight.
that Ramos winning that fight. I
Yeah.
had Ramos winning that fight by at least 3 rounds.
Now let me ask you this. I gotta ask you this. Elijah versus who y'all have winning that fight?
Elijah
Elijah
Pierce
Pierce
versus
and
who?
who?
Here's it. Who?
Elijah Garcia versus Real Goucher.
I don't think I saw that fight.
I don't think I saw
Yeah, I
that
only saw
one
the
either.
highlights. I only saw the highlights, but I heard he got robbed.
In those fights, Ramos and Rayo was the pressure fighter. But like I said, I think Colbert and Lubin did clean work off the back foot and showed good defense and landing the cleaner shots.
Yeah, I think they had some good punches landed in that fight. I just think Jesus Ramos and Rayo did the better work in the fight. They were the more busier fighter. They was pushing the action. They was I think their aggression was more effective. I think like when we talk about scoring these fights, there's 4 criteria: clean, effective punching, effective aggression, ring generalship, and defense. I think all three, the first three that I named, went to Enrayo and Jesus Ramos. I think the defense went to Ursa Lubin and Chris Colbert.
Yeah, I saw it the other way. There was aggression, but I don't think it was effective. I think, and then so that give the edge to those other guys. And then I thought the cleaner and the defense went to the other guys as well. That's the way I scored it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Lubin survived in that one, bro, and then like
But
literally
like
he
I
didn't
said,
do a good job of
Ramos
it, bro.
Ramos let his foot off the gas in that fight.
I
We have to
No,
put that in
I
account as
agree,
well.
but like not enough for him
but see,
not to win.
another reason why I believe that Ursa Lubin got a gift is because his own team believed he got a gift. They thought they lost that fight. You
Yeah,
you
that's
saw
true. That's
you
true.
And
saw
let me
them in
just
the
say this
corner.
real quick while I got my audio. Salute to BC in the chat and salute to my brother Am McQueen. He said he had Raya winning, but can understand the reasoning behind the decision. Yeah, it was and keep cooking free. Y'all cook.
Yeah. No,
So
I mean, like I said, you saw how his team looked in that 12th round. They're like, man, we need this. And then when the fight was over, they was unwrapping his gloves, but they was looking upset. And when they said that Ursa Lubin won that fight, man, they jumped up for joy. They ain't want to do no interviews or nothing. They were like, let's go. Let's get up out of here.
But I think the promotion
That's a
favored
fact.
Ramos in that situation though, for it to be a gift. You know what I'm saying? I think that they were pushing Ramos more than they were pushing Lubin at that point.
No, I believe they was the money was definitely behind Ramos, but I think Ramos still did the better work.
Like,
There's no doubt about it that the money was behind right Jesus Ramos. But like I said, I mean when you look at what the trainers are telling Ernst and Lubin in those last 3 or 4 rounds, you see the a sense of urgency that they got on, and they were like, "Man, we need this one. Come on, man, you got to do better work than that. Come on, you got to win this round. We need this round right here." And they saw the sense of urgency because they felt like their fighter was losing.
They
Yeah,
feel like he was losing, or did they just think it was a close fight?
Nah, they felt like the look on their face when they was unwrapping his hands was a face of defeat. They felt like they lost that fight.
Because
I,
when
bel
you say
I
that, I immediately go to the Andre Ward and Kovalev fight, where I believe it was Max Kellerman that was questioning the Andre Ward if he thought he won the fight, and he brought up how looked nervous before the decision and how surprised he was when he got the decision. So I just thought about that when you were just going on.
Yeah, the fighters are always going to be surprised about the outcome. I'm not, like I said, I just look at the trainers, and the trainers they know what they see in the ring, and they know. I mean, they know if their fighter won that fight or if they lost that fight.
Good point.
Yeah,
A
I
hundred
mean, he
percent. And
completely outboxed Lubin. He completely outboxed Lubin in every aspect. No.
nah,
No,
I
he
do
did.
agree.
He did. He out jabbed him. Lubin like literally landed like 30 power punches, bruh. Like literally, his best work was with the jab, and he still got out jabbed.
Yeah, that was a tough fight for Lubin. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but I see it. I definitely saw it. I could see Dank Father's perspective on it. I was upset that I didn't bet with Lubin after the fight, because he was good plus money. I didn't think he was gonna win the fight. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So that was definitely a shock to me, but a big shot and a big win for Lubin because that really extended his career. He's still in title contention right now because he won that fight. Um,
Absolutely.
now Jesus Ramos has been yet to fight for a belt.
He shouldn't be in no title contention. They should strip that daggone interim belt from him.
Who's the interim champion?
Eric Lubin.
I don't believe he's the interim. I don't think
No,
he's the
he.
interim.
The reason why I said they should strip him is because they mandated that fight between him and Botrom.
Virgil's
They was
interim.
Correct, because
about
I
Virgil's
think he's the
interim.
number two rated guy in the division.
no,
Virgil's
but
interim.
they mandated the fight. He's the
It's
interim title when he
he's
beat
saying
when
you mean he should be stripped of his position because he
no
didn't take the fight. He not the
yeah,
interim champ right now.
Virgil's
Nah, I don't
interim.
believe he's the interim. I
Yeah, the
think it's like
IBF don't have an interim right now, 154.
Nah,
But
IBF is
Virgil is
just
number one.
boxing. He's just
he
boxing.
won a
no.
he won a
Well, I
final
mean,
eliminator. He his last fight was a final eliminator.
Yeah.
but when he
But
beat
somehow
Jesus
Josh
Ramos,
Taylor was
they
number
gave
one.
when he beat Jesus Ramos to become that person in that position, they gave him a belt. At the end of that fight, they gave him a belt.
It might have been a
It's probably like
regional
a
belt.
silver champion. That's
I
usually
think it
what they
might have
do.
been a regional
I
WBA
mean,
gold or
whatever,
Yeah.
whatever.
something.
I mean, they still need to move him out of that position of being in position to fight for the champion because when if it was the champion decide to go another route for a bigger money fight, he would lose his title. He's no longer the champion no more. He got to
Well,
start back over.
I think he's gonna get moved out the rankings anyway because he's fighting for the WBC interim right now versus Virgil. So he might be moved up out of the rankings. You know the IBF don't play that, so he might be going down. Especially well, if he wins, he's gonna be on the WBC side. But if he loses, he might be moving down.
I mean, I don't know if he want that fight again with Sebastian Fedor. The last time he fought Sebastian Fedor, he came back looking like the mask.
That's true. But he did good. He did some good work in that fight.
No,
Good, some good.
he did some good work in there. He did drop Sebastian Fedor, but Sebastian Fedor got a lot better since the last time he fought Erkson Lubin.
That's true.
Facts.
That man learned how to fight from mid range and long distance.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it was that Tim Zoo fight where Tim Zoo couldn't see and he realized, hey, I can use my jab.
When is Virgil Ortiz gonna activate his interim status to challenge for the full world title?
Well, he's
I don't know.
defending it
I
against
mean,
Lubin.
Virgil
So
Ortiz had an opportunity to fight daggone
But
Xander. He chose not to fight Xander. He could have fought Xander for his title.
no, but he's been the interim champion in the WBC. I mean, Fundora was just free after the Tim Zoo fight. Why was there no paperwork filed for him to fight for the title? That's what I'm asking. And
Why there's no
I think him going the Xander route is taking the easy route because he could be fighting Bakaram as well. And Bakaram is on X saying that Virgil ducked the fight.
that's the
yeah,
thing,
I
though, is
mean,
that Virgil's
well
not
that was
because he's an
that
interim.
was
But
that was Oscar's doing because Oscar's put because remember after the Magnumov fight he was supposed to fight Bartram and then Oscar was like, nah, we're not going to put him in another tough fight. He had too many tough fights back to back.
True.
So I think that was more so Oscar doing of him not fighting Boxman, but he could have fought. He could have fought Xander Zayas. They
He,
did send an offer
he
to
could.
Xander Zayas and told him he had an hour. Xander Zayas said, "Man, I signed that contract in 10 minutes," and then they told me they was going a different route. So they
Yeah,
could have
that was
they
the
could have
fight before.
they could have swung the block and came back to Xander Zayas.
That's
Xander
true.
Zayas ain't ducking no smoke.
Now I just see Virgil. I think Virgil. I mean, he taking on good opponents, but how long you gonna be the interim champion for, my brother? Like, and you was
Well,
W
he just became interim champion.
like 2 fights ago, correct?
Yeah, against Bohachuk.
Hold
Has
that.
he had a fight since then?
Yeah, he
Who?
fought Mandramov.
Xander?
No, Virgil.
Yeah,
Uh,
like
Xander? No,
when he,
Xander hasn't had a fight since he won the title. He just won the title.
Yeah. I'm
no,
talking
I'm
about
talking
Virgil,
about Virgil. I'm talking about Virgil. I'm
Oh
just
no, the
saying
last
that.
fight Virgil had was Magamov.
Yeah, Madrimov. Yeah,
which he
I
defended the interim
just
title
wondering why he not
Yeah, he
going
had.
after Fondora.
because Fundora had the fight with Tim Tszyu signed.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Fondora was
Fedor
just
had to
free.
fight with the Fedor had to fight with Tim Tszyu, and Virgil was supposed to be fighting Botrom, but Oscar pulled Virgil out of that fight, and so uh, Fedor had to fight with Tim Tszyu, and so now Fedor is on his little vacation. He went back to school or something like that. I heard something about he went back to school to get his degree or something. I don't know how true that is. That's what I heard. He went back to school to get his degree, and so he's going to come back in 2026.
Mm. Who Fondora?
Yeah.
I think he's fighting Thurman in October.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's
He
what
Who
I
is
said
said.
fighting
that?
Why
Thurman.
why
That's
Who
why
right.
said
didn't
that?
He
Vir-
is
why
fighting
didn't
Thurman.
Virgil activate his interim status to fight for the full title? Like, what's
Oh,
going
that's
on?
that's another
Because he
thing.
fought Tim
Virgil was
Tszyu,
supposed to
bro.
fight Thurman. Virgil was supposed to fight Thurman.
Yeah, Virgil was rumored to fight Thurman as well. That's true. Yep.
Yeah, he was supposed
But
to
he
fight
couldn't.
Thurman, but then they end up making the Sebastian Fedor fight for Thurman. I
Like
forgot
literally,
all
like
about the Sebastian and Thurman fight.
Virgil couldn't fight for the full title because Fundora already had a fight.
Fondora was just free after the Tim Tszyu fight,
Yeah, but like which literally happened what, a month ago?
and they're fighting in the same month. They're fighting in the same month, 2 weeks
Yeah, they
apart.
fight in the same exact month
Yeah,
because
but Fundora got nothing official, and Virgil barely got made the Lubin fight
Brother, when you're
official.
the interim champion, you want the full
but
title.
that's see
No, I
that's
understand
what
that. I
that's what
understand.
originally was supposed to happen. Virgil was supposed to fight Keith Thurman. Sebastian Fedor said he was going back to school to get his degree, and then all of a sudden we hear Sebastian Fedor is fighting Keith Thurman, and Virgil is without an opponent. Because remember, Virgil was sitting there on social media talking about Boots. I'm about to fight somebody with a bigger name than your opponent. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you saw Keith Thurman is fighting Sebastian Fedor, and now Virgil don't have an opponent. So now they giving Virgil the Erks and Lubin fight instead of they offered Erks and Lubin the fight with Virgil, and Erks and Lubin took the fight instead of fighting instead of fighting boxing.
And you got to remember too, Virgil got injured.
But he was about to fight Keith Thurman.
No,
Exactly. He's
like
fighting.
literally, like he's just coming off of that injury.
No, that's what he originally said. He said he had an injury and he
Yeah.
couldn't fight Jaron Boots Ennis in October. But then he turned around and said he was fighting Keith Thurman in October.
And now it turns out he's fighting Lubin in October.
Right. Because Jaron, they wanted to make the fight with Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron said, okay, I want to fight in October. Virgil said, nah, we could fight either November or December because he's coming off his hand injury. And Jerome was like, nah, I want to fight in October. I don't know why October was so stuck on Jerome Boots Ennis' mind, but that's what he said. He wanted to fight in October.
They
Virgil
might have
said,
had that date locked in with the Wells Fargo already, D.
could have been, but
So
they they
it was
they
gonna
wanted
go down regardless.
like
And the
they
thing is,
wanted they
Duran
wanted
can't
to fight
dictate
in
because
November
he's
or December,
moving up.
and then all of a sudden you saw that Jerome Boots Ennis is fighting Lima, and then we heard Virgil is fighting Keith Thurman in October, and I'm like, what happened to November, December? You said you couldn't fight
What
in
do you mean?
October.
What do you mean, Jerron can't dictate? Puro?
Duran can dictate because he's moving up.
What does that mean?
That means like he can't dictate the date, especially when he's moving up. Like with Virgil, Virgil's the
But
interim. So if they would fight, it'd be for the interim title. Like literally, he's fighting for Virgil's interim title, so that he has like the upper hand in that negotiation.
I don't think so.
Oh
They
no,
could
I
they
What
just
could
what
know
force
does what
Philip.
does Duran
it's a
have
lot of
at
when
154? Is that
when it
Virgil?
comes to those two guys fighting, it's a whole lot of funny business.
Yeah,
There should be
I
no
agree,
upper
and
hand.
also that
Jaron Boots
they're on
Ennis
He
is
just
the
say,
TV.
more
can you,
accomplished
just say
fighter.
what it is, free? He's scared to death of Virgil, man. Just say what it is.
The
Scared to
man,
death.
He's
boy,
not
shut up,
scared.
You're
shut up.
bugging,
Hold on,
brother.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Shut up. What are you doing?
Yeah, shut up.
I'm giving
You
you the
talking about he's
facts.
scared to death?
I'm giving you the
He's scared
facts.
to he's scared to death
He's
of
scared to
Virgil.
death of the nigga, man. What the hell are you
This
talking
man,
about?
Hey, you
the
never
man
He's
heard
trying to
signed
Puro.
his
stun you. He's trying to
daggone
stun you,
contract.
BBO. He's trying to stun you.
48,
The man, the
48
man
months,
signed his
BBO.
contract and said
What
he's
happened to
going
the
to fight
48
Virgil
months?
Hold on,
in
hold on, hold on.
2026.
He
And the
just
man
fought
said,
Boachet. He fought Boachet. Then he went in there with Madrimov and made Madrimov look horrible.
what
Bud
what
Crawford
that
barely beat him.
what that got to do with Jaron Boots Ennis? I'm talking about Jaron Boots Ennis.
And Jaron
Jaron Boots
Boots
Ennis
Ennis. Oh,
signed.
okay. Think of this. Jaron Boots Ennis took money out his purse to give Stanionis, but he wouldn't do that for Brian Norman Jr.
Oh, you talking about the same Virgil that said he couldn't fight in October because he was coming back from an injury, but then he decided to go fight Keith Thurman in October.
I mean, can you blame him
Which
for wanting to fight a
And
didn't
tough,
happen.
rugged
losing.
cat, a guy
That
who's
didn't
up for a
happen.
title now?
He ain't fighting for no title. What are you talking
Keith
about?
Thurman is up for a title now.
No, no, Keith Thurman is fighting for a title. Virgil
That's what I
not.
just said. I said he wanted to
Virgil's
fight a guy who's
interim. What are you
now up
talking
for
about?
a title.
No,
Keith
he
Thurman
was
ain't no
about
cool
to
cat.
fight Keith Thurman. He was about to fight Keith Thurman, but he told Jaron that he couldn't fight him in October.
I've never seen people protect Jaron so much. The dude's a 30-year-old prospect, man.
No, I
And by
don't
the
care
way,
if he's a
Virgil's not
30-year-old
fighting
His
in
best
prospect or
win is
October.
not.
against Sergey
I'm I'm
Lipinets, the
I'm
little
I'm
fat
telling you
white
what the
dude.
fact. I'm telling you what the facts
The
are.
best win
I
is
don't care if
against
he's a 30-year-old
Stanionis.
prospect or not.
Who is Stanionis? Who is Stanionis beat? Buka Chica?
Stanionis
But
beat
Stanionis
Hey,
beat the
Butaev.
Butayev.
same
Butaev.
level of people that Virgil beat. He beat the same level of people
No,
Virgil
no,
beat.
no, no. He beat
Yes, they.
Madrimov. He beat Madrimov and Boacek. Come on,
Who who
those are
did
two good fighters.
Magnumov beat?
And
Who
Mean
did
Machine.
Magnumov beat?
Madrimov almost beat Chance Crawford.
Almost ain't good enough. Who did he beat?
Almost doesn't count,
He-
brother.
he-
They
Who
robbed
did
him,
he
brother.
beat?
They robbed him,
Who
That's
did
brother.
he?
okay.
They
That's
No, he
robbed him,
okay.
didn't.
brother.
They didn't rob nobody. Who did he beat?
I just told you who he beat.
Who else
Jack
did he
You
fight?
Kochev.
didn't tell
Who
me
else
nobody that he
Magnemov
beat.
fought?
You said
Hold on,
he
listen,
almost
listen,
beat.
listen. Listen. I'm not going to scream because you're my brother and I love you. So I'm not going to do no screaming. I'm going to tell you what the truth is. The truth is
I
Virgil
said,
Ortiz.
who did he beat?
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
Name
hold on, hold on.
name a name that he
I'm not
beat.
about to scream with you. I just told you that. I'm telling you,
Name
trying to tell you.
name
You
a
keep
name
saying
that he
name of you
beat.
won't let me talk. If you shut up and
Because
let
you
me
won't
talk, I'll
name.
just say it. I'm giving you another name. And we also got to remember that, like I just said, hold on, I don't know what just happened. Like I just said, Virgil Ortiz is only fighting tough guys, man. Who did
He
Jaron
just
Ennis beat?
started fighting tough guys.
Who is
Jaron
Frederick
Ennis got his
Lawson?
belt emailed to him. Didn't they put his belt in a fax machine and fax it to him? What are you talking about?
Who?
That's the same
Bo-
thing
Yeah,
that's what happened to Virgil
Virgil fought
Ortiz.
everything.
How
I
Virgil
did you
got
fought
make
hold
for
on,
that
hold on, hold on,
everything.
incorrect?
hold on, hold on. Let me get on this. I just gotta say salute to my brother BVO. I'm back here in the sticks working right now. The audio went out. I'm glad I was able to bring you up. Y'all keep cooking. We on open panel. But Virgil did fight Frederick Lawson, and he also fought Thomas Delorme at 154 to get him acclimated.
I mean,
and Bohachuk and Madrimov.
and think about this, Pearl, because me and you ones don't keep it real. Boacek dropped Virgil twice, and he still came back and won.
Yeah,
That's
that
not
was
easy
that
to
was
do.
impressive.
If that was past the Andre Ward, y'all be calling him a great. I mean, at the end of the day, man, come on, man. Boacek's a monster. He about to fight another tough fight.
Now, just because they
Rematch
from
too.
the
Can't
same
wait for that fight.
place, you gonna put Boychuk on Kovalev's level?
Hold on, hold
That's
on,
that
hold
that's
on,
out of
hold on,
this.
hold
That's
on.
out of this.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when Pastor Ward got dropped and they robbed Sergey Kovalev that first fight, you heard Hunter in the corner talking about Mike got up, Ali got all these people got up. At the end of the day, man, Virgil got up, didn't say
You
nothing to
got
start
up.
kicking ass. All he did was start kicking ass. That's what he do. And keep in mind, Virgil's a part of the best stable in boxing. People
Oh,
don't know this. Robert
you up
Garcia.
here capping. The
Hold on, we
best
got
No,
what?
Bam Rodriguez,
Let him cook.
Virgil Ortiz. What are you
Virgil,
talking about? Check out Robert
no.
Garcia's people,
You
dog.
name two people.
Duarte,
You name two people.
They named two fighters.
Two pound for pound
Duarte. You
fighters.
got Duarte.
No, that's all you know. You said that's the best stable in boxing. That's all you know.
Hold on, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up because you know I got a Puerto Rican trying to
You
No,
talk
got
right
that
now.
Duarte.
so
Did
that
he Kenny
so what you're
Span?
telling me is you don't know. You don't know.
I'll
That's what you're
pull it
telling
up.
me.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. You want to
That's what
scream?
you
I want
know.
to
You
give you
don't know.
facts. You want to scream? I'm giving facts. That's all I want. I
You
want to
ain't
give
giving no
facts.
facts. You don't know. You
I
just
just
said
gave you
you don't
facts. You
know.
want to scream and call names like we in the
No, you said
backyard.
you
Listen,
don't
man, we
know. You
all
just
know
said I got to
Virgil
pull it up. You
Ortiz
don't
is looking
know.
for the easy route. He was number one in the WBC and the WBO for 2 years at 147 when Terrence Crawford was looking for an opponent, and he never activated shit. He said he needed 48 months to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. And then after that, he dropped out all of those rankings and tried to fight Stanionis for a secondary title to look to be elevated once the winner of Spence and Crawford vacated the title. We know what's happening with Virgil Ortiz. It's easy route golden boy over there. They do it to all their fighters. They make them get to the interim status and they wait for the champion to vacate the title so they can be elevated and they move accordingly. Let's not cap up here.
This man must
We
be
ain't
on
capping for
drugs,
Virgil
man.
because Virgil
This
hasn't been
man
elevated
must be
once.
on drugs, man.
Why
Like you
hasn't
got to be on drugs.
Virgil and Fundora was just both free, correct? Are they
No, they
both
weren't.
fighting? Are they both
No, they were
fighting in
not. No,
are
No, they
they
were not.
both fighting in
no.
October? Is Virgil fighting Lubin in October and is Fundora fighting
Lubin is
Keith
a tough
Thurman in
fight.
October?
You forgot Mendoza beat the life
Yeah.
out of your boy
Brother,
Fondor. Like you
that's
talking
not
like
what
he a
I asked
monster.
you. That's not what I
Oh
asked
no,
you.
brother.
I asked you, wait a
Hold on,
second.
brother.
I asked you, is
Hold on. No,
Ortiz
I
and
gave you an answer.
Fundora
You don't want
fighting
the
in
answer.
October together? Correct.
Did Fondor wake up from that Mendoza beatdown? You ain't
Let's
never
not
see Virgil lose.
listen.
Virgil ain't lost.
You're not gonna get me
Virgil ain't
with any
lost.
brother.
Let
You're not
alone
gonna
get
get me with
knocked
any
out, beat
plus,
to death, stretched out.
brother.
Then they send the
That's not
ambulance
what
for
I'm
Fondor.
asking. That's not what I'm asking you.
Hold on.
I'm
One
asking you,
Fondor, what one Mendoza like
brother,
a
brother,
substitute teacher
brother.
or something?
He was. Hey, he
Went in there
was.
and beat him to
We're
death.
just
I got.
talking
Hold on.
shop.
I got the answer to that. He's Von has woken up. He was dazed and confused in a seated position, but he has risen.
At the
How
end of
did
the
he
day, man,
establish that he's
The
risen?
Virgil
He's
cheese
been.
ain't crazy. He gonna beat
There's
some of
no
your
Virgil
favorite black
Ortiz hate.
fighters, so you mad. That's what it
There's
is.
no Virgil Ortiz hate. We see what's going on. This is the typical golden boy move. What they do with their fighters. Is Virgil and Fundora both fighting in October about 2 weeks apart, correct?
Correct.
No, no, not correct.
But what? Hold on. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Why didn't Fondor
How
fight
is that not
Xander?
correct?
Why didn't
Fundora does
Fondor
not have
fight
a
Xander?
fight
Why did he
lined
duck
up.
Xander?
Who dug
See,
Xander?
y'all kill me with this, man. Y'all kill me with y'all pick and choose and
Brother,
these
you're not
half
gonna get
truths,
me
bro.
off of my why has Virgil not
Fundora does not
activated
have a fight scheduled.
why has Virgil Ortiz not activated his interim status to get his direct title shot at the world title? What is the holdup? Can anyone answer me that?
His
I'm gonna be.
promoter
I'm.
told him not to do it because he didn't fought two tough fights in a row. That's something
No,
your
that's
favorite
not
fighter's
true.
never done.
Let me speak
No,
on it because I
no.
got a
Brother,
little
that's
service.
cap.
No, let me
Oscar
speak
came.
on it. I know why that didn't
Lubin
happen.
is a tougher fighter
Oscar
than
came
both
out
of
and
those
Pandora.
said
last.
that. Oscar came out
Lubin
and
is a
said,
tougher
"I
fighter
want him
than
to take a
both of those
tune-up."
last two opponents, brother.
That's what Oscar said. Oscar said, "I want him to take a softer touch because I want him to have a long career."
How are you taking a softer touch when the fighter you're fighting is better than the last two opponents?
He's not.
Or at worst, same level?
But that's what happens. Sometimes you got to beat a bunch of tough guys. You know what this remind me of?
Lubin, Madrimov,
Hold
and
on,
Boachuk is
Let me
all on
finish
the
real quick.
same level,
I'm gonna give
brother.
you. I'm
They're
gonna
on the
bring this
same
on for
tier.
you. I'm gonna bring this
They're on
on
the
for you.
same tier of fighters
I'm gonna
at
bring this. I'm gonna
154.
bring this on for you. There was a young guy out there, man, called Denny the Miracle Man, and Danny had beat like 6 or 7 undefeated dudes, and he ended up getting a Canelo fight, and everybody hated on him. Just like the Miracle Man Jacobs, you see Virgil taking a bunch of tough fights to work his way up. He's not just jumping up there; he's taking tough fights. And if fight Lubin is a tough fight, Lubin didn't beat some real nice guys on the way up. So for you to hate on King Virgil because people like Geronis are scared of him, that's not his fault. You already know he's going to beat the Philly cheesesteak out of your boy Boots Ennis, bro. Boots
Which
Ennis is a
fighters?
hype job.
Which
He's a
camp
hype
said that?
job.
Which camp said they needed 48 months for the other one? Can
Hold
you
on,
tell
you
me
still
that?
talking about old stuff? Come on, bro. Stop. Y'all stop using that. That's old. And he didn't say that. The great Robert Garcia said that he was playing. He was playing.
How do you know he was playing?
Because we know that's how we know that's how Robert
Do you
Garcia.
read body language? Can you assess
Robert
someone's
Garcia
tone
had
when
a
they're
smile on
talking?
his face. He was messing around.
He was
He was
not
messing
smiling on
around,
That
his
just
face,
man
like that.
brother.
wasn't playing. That man was dead serious.
BVO, you're not
Just
gonna
like,
do that
hold
to me,
on, hold
brother.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Because I could tell you're not a foundational Black American. So let me tell you this for you. The thing you missing is this. It's the key you missing. No matter what Virgil does, he got a better resume than Jaron Ennis. They gave him
How
a
many,
He
millennial
has
belt. That
better
was a
names on
joke.
his resume. He has
how
better
many times
names on
was
his
he a
resume.
champion?
Is
How
he
many times
more
was he a champion?
accomplished? Is he more accomplished than Jaron Boots Ennis in the sport of boxing?
What do you outside of us as hardcore
Who's
boxing fans, only
who's
people who
head
even know Jerome
in the
are
last
boxing
five
fans.
fights? Who's headlined more in the last five fights?
You said,
Against Stanley Onos, who had been out the ring for 18 months, that same
no,
Stanley
you
Onos,
said,
are you
hold on.
serious?
You said this man, nobody know him
Hold on.
outside
Are
of the,
y'all jumping me
out,
or this a one-on-one
out,
conversation?
outside of the hardcore boxing fans. You act like a hardcore.
This is some good sparring I need for Tuesday, man.
Yeah, you getting some good
All
work
I
with
know,
BVO,
Yeah, I'm
man.
getting some
That's
good
important.
work. BVO, you on the back foot, brother. You up here
Ooh.
capping.
no, I'm not.
Nobody,
You got somebody trying to
nobody know.
jump me. That's that
Wait a
coward
minute. No,
stuff, man.
ain't
Y'all
no
trying to
jump.
jump me.
No,
You
nobody
got
know.
Pip. You got Pip
Y'all
You
trying
the
to
Williams.
one
jump me.
came up
As
here.
soon as I
You
say
the one
something to
came up
Jerome
you,
here.
probably
hold on.
probably
As
in the
soon as I
back
say something to
Googling
you,
trying to get
a
his
Puerto
facts
Rican hit me in the
together.
head with a bat. As soon as I say something
No,
to you,
you that
somebody hit me in the head
because
with a bat.
that because you
That's
came
not no
at
one-on-one fight.
you came at me, so I'm going back at you. You came at me.
I didn't come at
You
you,
can,
brother. I didn't come
yes,
at
you
you,
did.
brother.
You
This is
said D
BVO. This
free.
is
You
BVO.
said D free. Tell him what it is. The man is scared to death. So you came at me, and I'm telling you that he's not scared to death because he signed his portion to agree and fight 2026. That man's father said, "Man, anybody gonna force us to fight nobody? We ain't fighting
What
nobody."
Oscar De La Hoya say? Oscar De La Hoya said it's happening January or February. Did he not? Ring Magazine reported it.
Yeah, they said that
The
they
only
said,
one who's talking differently is
and his
Sport
father
TV.
said he ain't fighting nobody. His father was like, "Nah, y'all not
I'll
gonna
say,
force
I'll
us to
say, I'll
fight
say, I'll
nobody."
say that. You know what though? But you know what? This is what I'm gonna do because my man D Freeze my brother. I don't want to go too crazy on my brother. I'll just say this: the kind of excuses you make for Boots are the same kind of excuses people make for your boy uh Abdul Wahid or why he ain't fought nobody. So for now on, when it comes to Abdul Wahid and it comes to Boots, I'm not talking on those guys because you guys are too fanned out to actually talk about the real stuff. The dudes ain't fought nobody.
I know you ain't
Hey,
talking about me. You must be talking about you, Dunce father.
Hey, and salute to my
can't be
brother
talking
D1
about
in
me
the
because
building,
I
and y'all
joke on
keep cooking.
everybody. I've been calling Boots Sean Klatas Ennis for like the last 2 weeks, man. I cap on everybody, but you're not gonna come up here and tell lies when I'm up here. We know what Virgil Ortiz is. Why has he not activated his interim status to fight for the world title? What's the holdup?
Hold on,
The
he
only
don't
I'm
make
gonna be
fights.
honest
He
with you,
don't make
Dank.
Wait a
Dank,
minute.
fights.
No,
I'm gonna
no.
be honest. Hold
Why
on,
would
we
Boots
He don't
not
make
be
understand he
doing
doesn't
fights.
make
anything?
fights, but here's the thing. I got a little feedback, but the thing about it is this, Dank. Because if he would activate his mandatory, the kind of the same thing that they would tell you with the Tank and Devin situation of 135. I'm not sure of the pay scale. I'm pretty sure Virgil's getting paid high more than Fundora, respectfully. So that's the only thing is that he would have to take like a 30, probably like a 65-35 split, something like that. And with
Oh,
Fundora, I don't believe he's generating that just yet. So of
That's
course, Golden Boy gonna hold off.
that's true, but wait,
oh.
hold on. In special cases, those numbers can be adjusted to where they need to be to accommodate said fighter.
That's fair.
That's all I gotta say.
You saying
Hey,
who's getting
Thank
paid
Father.
more?
Let me
You
ask you a
saying
question.
who?
Hey, thank Father. Let me ask you a question, man.
I'm listening, brother.
Thank Father. So is it just me or you just hate Spanish fighters? Is that
I
what it
love
is?
Spanish fighters, but
Because
Spanish
all you
fight.
do is get up here and talk crazy about Spanish fighters, dudes who
That's not
actually go and
true,
fight
brother.
people.
That's not true,
You don't
brother.
even you only got like one or two blacks that even fight people, and that's Devin Haney. And pretty much, who
I
else is
love David
active?
Benavidez.
You can say David because David probably is a black Spanish
I
dude. I
love
can say David,
Morel.
but
I love Bam
other than David
Rodriguez.
Benavidez and Devin Haney, what black fighters you know that are currently active looking for smoke?
Out of Devin
Other
Haney
than
and
those
who?
two,
Shakur
other than Devin
Stevenson.
Haney and David Benavidez, who's looking for smoke?
Shakur
Who you see
Stevenson is
actively
looking for
looking for
smoke.
smoke? No, he's a Puerto Rican, and he's not looking for smoke.
Boots has been looking for smoke.
With who? With who?
With all the
Not that
top guys
hard.
when he was at
Then why did he
147, he
take his
wanted it
boots?
with
Why
those
did he pick his
guys.
boots up and run?
The
Why did he
business.
run? Why did he run from? Why did he run for Brian Norman? Because I think he can beat Brian Norman. Why did he run then? If it's so easy, as Free always say, get the payday.
I have no.
So
I have no comment on the Brian Norman situation. I am just arguing for versus the Virgil Ortiz situation.
No, all I want to know is who the heck is Virgil wanting smoke from?
That part.
That's what I'm
Cause
saying. You see,
that man ducked Xander Zayas, that man ducked Botrom, that man ducked Jaron Boots Ennis, that man ducked Bud Crawford. Who do he want smoke from?
Free, he's still acclimating to 154. Respectfully.
when is he gonna
hold
challenge for
hold on,
Royce?
Free.
Why did
Free,
he
you're
We
not
get
start
gonna do
yelled to the
that.
losing
top
Hold
of
on,
our
ground
Free.
lungs. Don't
against
make it
Xander?
true.
Free, you a turncoat because you know for a fact Virgil been trying to get all the tough fights, man.
Well,
He getting all the
all
tough
I
fights.
know is Virgil told Xander Zayas, you got an hour to sign his contract. Xander said, man, I signed it in 10 minutes. Where you go?
We had to move on. But
That's
In
okay.
a
10
fact.
minutes? In 10 minutes? The man signed the contract in 10 minutes. There was still 50 minutes left. He signed it in 10.
You know what's funny?
What was
I can't
Virgil's
I can't
excuse?
compete.
Yelling
I
louder
can't
don't make it
compete
true.
with
Excuse me,
I
hold on.
can't
I
compete
think
with G
Virgil's
Free.
excuse was Boachuk was a more accomplished fighter, and Xander wasn't ready yet. He was just a replacement opponent. The
Yeah,
irony, the
that's solid.
irony.
That's a
Six
solid
months later,
excuse. That's solid. It's a solid excuse. But
No, what it was, he was supposed to fight Bartram, but he didn't fight him neither.
but
Who
you
was
know
That's
what's
what
supposed
it
to fight
funny?
was.
Bacham?
You know what's funny? But guess what? Guess what, man? I'm not gonna poop on Jaron in this because he's already showed me who he is. He's a guy who doesn't talk. And just like when he was with the other guy, man, what was the guy? The
Like,
dude that had the whole saying, "No black fighters allowed." What's his name?
Cameron
His
Duncan,
former promoter, the
Cameron
guy he
Duncan,
oh,
passed away, Duncan.
Cameron
Cameron
Duncan.
Duncan.
So he was with Cameron Duncan and his dad from the beginning. They've been bringing the boots along very, very slow. And Cameron Duncan is the originator of No Black Fighters. So you got a black
No,
fighter
no,
who
no,
don't
no,
fight
no,
tough
no,
black
no, no,
fighters.
no, no,
That's
sir.
pretty much what it
Cameron
is.
Duncan, Cameron
Rest in
Duncan
peace to Cameron
confirmed.
Duncan.
No, he confirmed that Top Rank had a no black fighters list. He didn't say he had a no black fighters list. He confirmed that Top Rank had a no black fighters list. Let's not
Yeah,
cap.
yeah,
So
That's a good point.
you want me to believe that
Good
Bob
work,
Arum,
Dan.
who worked with every great black fighter that we've ever heard of, got
no,
a thing against black fighters? Get out of here,
Not
bro.
not
no.
against blacks. He
I'm gonna tell
just
you. I'm gonna tell
go
you
ahead, Coach.
somebody. I'm gonna tell you somebody who caps for Top Rank, and they said it was true. And that's your boy, Glacier. He capped for Top
Oh,
Rank
nah,
on a
Grace is my
regular,
boy.
and he said that was true. He said it was true.
Mr. Black Eyed Peas and cornbread 3 times a week. You ain't gonna escape this one, BBO.
The
I'm
black
pretty
guy.
sure they pay
Oh,
Rick
I'm black.
Glazier very
I'm
well. I mean, you guys
I'm
cap for
black.
free. I
So I
mean, what?
eat. You say I eat cornbread and black eyed peas now?
Nah, I think.
No,
All
he
I want
said
to know is,
that's what
all
Rick
I want to know
Glazer
is,
nah,
said.
Rick
this is
Glazier
the
I
only,
said
eat
that
cornbread
this
before.
is
and
the
black
only
eyed peas.
question that I have for BBO. This is the only question I have for BBO. Is your guy going to sign his portion of the contract for 2026?
Mm.
Because we heard Jaron Boots Ennis, we heard Bozy, and we heard Eddie Hearn. They already signed their part. They
Was the
already
fight?
signed their part.
Did Jerron sign to fight Jake Paul, or
No,
was
he's
the
trying to
fight
fight
Virgil?
Virgil.
Okay,
Virgil.
okay.
2020, the beginning of 2026, either January or February. Is
He
Virgil
just
going
he
to
just
sign
said
his part?
I hope
Boots is
so.
he
son.
just said it on the Good Brother Wyatt Sims channel maybe about 24 to 48 hours ago.
And
Shout out
that's
to
when it
Wyatt
was
Sims.
released because hopefully he's still out there in I believe San Diego with Canelo.
I'll tell you
Can
this,
I can I see the contract that y'all talking about?
I won't be surprised if
It's
Virgil
probably, you know
goes
what he
for the
probably
young
signed. He
man that
probably
won
signed
the
a blank piece of paper. That's pretty what he did. He signed a blank piece of paper, and I guess turkey sandwich said, "I'll fill it in." I
I
don't
won't
know.
be surprised if Virgil goes after the young man that won the WBA interim last night.
Probably,
After
Oh,
probably.
oh,
After Bud stripped and that young man is elevated to the full world title, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Virgil Ortiz's next opponent.
He won't be the first unified interim champion. Respect.
I want to. I want to see. I want to see get that fight.
He said unified interim champion.
what was that?
I
David,
That's
want
David,
to.
right?
I want to
that
see
was
get that
David
fight. I
Benavidez
want to
when he
see get
beat
the
Bud
fight that
out.
they
Benavidez, right?
get. Hey, Nick, I want to see. I want to see Jaleel Hackett get that fight for the WBA regular belt. I would love to see what he could do.
What WBA regular belt?
Absolutely, the one Abbas Baru just won off Tellez. Absolutely, that'd be a good
Yeah,
fight for
No,
Man,
him.
that's
Jaleel Hatcher
But
is
you know,
not in
Piero,
position to get none of those
yeah,
titles.
Jalil
right?
Hackett not
Exactly.
in
That's what
position.
Piero gonna say.
But
He ain't in position.
that's an interim title
it's an interim
that
title.
young
That's why I
man just
said.
won. So now
That's
But
there's a couple things that could happen. Charlo may activate his recession champion status and fight that young man for the vacant title.
hmm
Or and Boots is also fighting the final eliminator. So Boots is once Boots handle Lima, he's in line to fight homeboy that won last night. I forget his name. If anybody could refresh my memory. Homie that beat
Abbas,
Telez.
Abbas Baru, call him Baru.
Baru. So those are the two options right there for that title.
yeah, I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
want to see. I mean, if anybody gonna get, it, I'd rather see Jamel get it. I don't want to see Boots none. I want to see Boots stomp a mud hole in Virgil.
mm,
Oh, that's gonna be the. Let me ask you this, BVO. Do you think the winner of that fight becomes a superstar in the sport, pay per view star?
no, nobody knows either one.
Mm.
One thing I'll tell you, and one thing I'll tell you, when it comes to like stars or creating a name, Boston's going to have a hard time because a lot of these newer fighters that are pretty good are mutes. Like Jaron Ennis, as good as he is as a fighter, he's a mute. Um, not very articulate. I haven't heard him say much. Very slow speaking type of guy. I don't think he has the personality to be great. You know what I mean? I just don't think so. And Virgil's the same way. Virgil, he might as well just be quiet, let his dad talk, because he don't be talking about nothing. You got to be
I don't think any
engaging
of
to
the
the
top fights
fans.
in his whole career either, other than
Say it
one.
again.
The last guy that had that charisma was Adrian Broner.
I would disagree. I think Abdul Wahid has that kind of charisma. When you see him in his press conferences, when he's lighting up, actually talking, he's very
But
engaging
outside of his
and
press
very funny.
conference, Tank don't really talk. Broner would be Broner used to have a social media
No,
presence.
I'm not.
He was a
I'm talking
rapper.
about when it comes to promoting the fight. I'm talking about actually promoting the fight is what I mean. I don't mean like outside the ring, because you're entitled to have your own life outside the ring.
I mean, that goes into promoting the fight. Just your lifestyle outside the ring.
But the thing you say that, dang father, everybody other than Muhammad Ali who did that pretty much gets cannibalized by that because you start forgetting what's important. That's the work. So I would disagree with that. We got too many guys that talk about what they can do and start talking about the work that they putting in. Like you
True,
just
true.
now hearing Terrence Crawford talk. Before you didn't really hear him talk much because he was too busy putting the work in. Same thing with Errol Spence. Errol Spence is a mute, but he put the work in so much that when he did open his mouth, people were going crazy. I'll never forget when Errol Spence he came out big as a linebacker to take a picture for with Fandora, but you could see the whole stadium lit up when they seen him because he put the work in. People love fighting champions. That's what they love, man. They love warriors.
Definitely, I'm in full agreement with
Good
that.
point.
Now, Benavidez Yard. Who gonna win that fight?
Man,
Uh,
Benavidez gonna
Benavidez
the
is gonna hurt him.
he gonna beat
Benavidez won.
the English out of Yard.
You know the thing about Yard.
That man gonna sound like he from the Bronx when he get finished fighting David Benavidez. Y'all gonna think this nigga from New York? I thought he was from England.
I
Is
like
David
Yard
going to
though.
get that elusive knockout though?
No. Yard
You don't think so?
Yard no did I don't think
I
David
say
punches hard.
this.
I really don't.
David
I
has
don't.
to be extremely sharp defensively in the first 4 rounds of that fight. Yard has
Man,
only got a punch a chance.
David gonna
Benavidez
stop
must
that
be.
man. He
No,
gonna
I'm
stop
saying
him.
in the first 4 rounds.
But dang,
Yeah,
Fire,
I
you
mean,
gotta, you
Yard
gotta
is
admit, hey
dangerous.
David, dang, Fire, you gotta admit that David has gotten better and better and better. I mean, he's, in my opinion, I feel like he's most improved fighter for last year.
Oh,
I,
absolutely. I'm just saying
He's terrific, man. That
this
kid's terrific.
this might
I
be the
think
most dangerous puncher that he's faced yet. I'm
I
just saying he
think
just got to be
I think
sharp for
with
the
that,
first 4 rounds.
I think with the fight that he had with David Morrell, that got him ready for a guy like Anthony Yard. That got him ready for Anthony Yard because David Morrell is a boxer as well. He's a
Yeah,
boxer. He can move around the ring. He has a decent punch as well. But I don't. I mean, Anthony Yard. I've always heard people talk about Anthony Yard. I ain't never really seen nothing from Anthony Yard. Nothing
You
for me to get excited about. I'm just like,
he,
okay,
he's a
Anthony
star.
Yard,
He's a star
he
outside the
punch.
ring. He's a star outside the ring. That's
you
He
that's the
ain't
agree
a
only
with
star
person
that?
I would.
outside the ring because I don't know
No,
nothing about him
no, no.
outside the
He's
ring.
he's 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 pretty he's pretty popular, man. Like I can say, even for a guy from the
He,
UK, he's
he
pretty
popular.
popular, man.
He popular in the UK. He ain't popular in America outside the ring. I
How
don't know
how
nothing about him outside the ring. I don't know
how,
what he did outside the ring. I know
how
for
did
what he did in the ring, and he wasn't never that dude for me. Like I've heard people talk about Anthony Yard, but I'm like, what do y'all see? I don't see it. I see a guy that can box. Yes, he can box. But a lot of people can box. That he's not the only person that can box. There's a lot of people that can box. I don't see nothing special from Anthony Yard. I never been sold on him. I don't see outside of the fact that he has a big punch. I don't think he's a serious threat to David Benavidez. I think his power is a serious threat, but
yeah,
I don't
that's what
think
I
his
think as
box.
well.
Yeah, I don't think his boxing ability is a serious threat to David Benavidez.
Well,
Yeah.
we see Benavidez constantly go on his pockets. I mean, he constantly is on his pockets. So that big punch might be an issue.
How D free,
Yeah,
how
when
did
you
you
see somebody Benavidez and got knocked down one time, now he's constantly on his ass.
no, I think he been down,
No,
I
when he
think he
fought
been put
Morrell,
down
they tried to
before
say
that.
it didn't count. He knocked him down, and then that one dude knocked him down.
It was real
Oh,
What
I
you
light.
didn't,
say?
I didn't, I didn't
What you
count the
say, Dunce
Morel.
Father? What you say, Dunce Father?
How did you rate Yard's performance against Better Beef?
He does what he always do, and then he tires up. He gets tired and he gets knocked out. That's what he always do.
Yeah,
When he faces against the top competition, Anthony Yard does okay, and then eventually he gets tired. He has a gas tank issue. He gets
yeah,
tired,
absolutely,
and with
absolutely.
with a guy like David Benavidez, that gas tank issue is not what you want to get in the ring with David Benavidez.
No, absolutely, I agree. I think he just got to punch his chance.
You think
But
it's a
I
gas
just
tank
wanted to
issue,
see
or
what
you
you
think
said
it's he
about
got
his.
the wrong body type for the sport?
He got a gas tank issue.
I really think he got the wrong. I think he got the wrong body type for the sport. I think he should
I
kind of
mean, it could
change.
it could be his body style or whatever. It's part of his gas tank. If it's his body style for the
Yeah,
for the
he can
sport, it's
change it,
part
but
of his
he
gas
hasn't
tank.
changed it yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess when you, I'll be trying to be fair to some of these guys because they are somebody like a guy like Anthony Yard, man. He really has worked to get better. He just I would say is not. He's not.
Peak.
He's just not a great. He's just not as talented as some guys. But he really went toe to toe with Turbiev. He didn't run from him. He was right there with him.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight while it lasted.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. It was.
He just, hasn't against the best competition. He's just been short.
It ain't. But we got to remember this, Pearl. It ain't. Remember how people don't want to admit this, but
Mm.
Bivol waited Beterbiev out. He waited him out till he got old. We all know that Beterbiev, when he was knocking everybody dead, would have really beat the life out of Bivol, man.
he was knocking
I
everybody
agree
dead
with you.
before he
I agree
fought
with you, but
Bivol.
I don't think he whited him out. I think it was money.
Yeah, well, same thing. Same thing. Everybody got an excuse, but when it comes to fighting, nobody seems to want to fight. I mean, but you see a guy like Devin Haney stepping right in there with Brian Norman Jr., which I think I'm going with Brian Norman because you know the ties, but I think Devin has a chance to become 3 time. I really do. I really do.
My brother Hot Rod back in the building. I don't know. Oh, Hot Rod, you in here with us?
Hmm.
I don't know why I'm trying to initiate anything. I'm still backing out in the sticks. How my audio coming through?
We can hear you
You
great.
good?
All right, I wanted to ask Hot Rod. I want to ask Hot Rod who his favorite boxer was, but
You
because
don't have
we
one.
brought up Benavidez, he don't have one.
You don't have
Well, I gotta
no.
ask y'all this. Um, Aside from the Benavidez fight, do y'all feel like Puma? What else? Those are smaller guys. Do y'all think Puma's gonna get Bam a challenge? And if so, if not, is do y'all feel like Bam can move up through divisions?
Puma's
I
really
think
good,
Bam
but
is capped out.
Bam's on that other level, bro.
Yeah, I think Bam is capped out though.
You you
He's
said
not that big
Puma.
a guy.
Yeah, his opponent Puma, Fernando Martinez.
Fernando Martinez, yeah. No, he's really good, but
Oh,
Bam's on that other level, man.
Yeah, technically, I'm in full agreement. And now that other fight, Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes on that card. What's y'all? Who y'all got in that fight? And do y'all think Abdullah gonna be the next star for Top Rank?
That ain't no fight, man. Stop playing. They sending Sam Nose to slaughter, man. I ain't no fight.
no,
Never
Sam
see
Noak's
Sam
not
Noakes
garbage.
fight, but
Sam Noak's not garbage. I just don't think he's gonna beat Abdullah. He's not garbage.
Abdullah's good.
No, I'm not saying that garbage, but this is a super overmatched fight. Sam Notes to me is getting a reward of fighting all those hard fights. Now you got to fight the baddest black guy they got. That's crazy.
Then Keyshawn, bruh. Keyshawn dropped the ball.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. But I don't think I ain't gonna lie to you, Pooh. I'm starting to think from watching
Mm,
boxing that might have been
mm.
planned. That might have been
Yeah,
planned because Top Break always seemed
I,
to let a guy go when they got another guy right behind it. Like they
I,
always do that. When it comes to WBO, it's always as soon as somebody let it go, we got a guy coming right behind. Like nobody thought Findor was gonna keep the WBO belt. It was shocking to see PBC fighter with it on his waist. They did the same
yeah.
thing with Jamel. They don't the WBO man. This stuff is kind of rigged a little bit too. We got to keep that. We got to be real about
yeah.
that. It's kind
No,
of
for
rigged a
sure.
little bit. Like
Uh,
how in the world Xander fighting for a vacant belt? That's crazy. Stop.
Well, fucking, that's commonplace. What are you talking about, bro? Like literally, the 154 division are all paper champions. They're all email champions. Every single one of them.
But let me ask you this though, Peril, because I never got to ask you this.
Stop.
When you seen what happened to Jamel Charlo, I don't know if you was a fan of him like I was. You know, that's my
No,
guy.
yeah, no. Jermel's one of my favorites. Go ahead.
What was it like seeing him just totally get stripped naked of all those belts that he earned? What was that like for you as a fan?
Um, price of doing business, bro. Unfortunately, like I don't know. I mean, like I felt no way to be honest, because at the end of the day, like like him, Canelo, Bud, like their undisputed runs, bro. Like legit, bro. Like literally, they beat every single of the top fighters in their division, bro. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So like literally, they got stripped. It's like whatever. What I don't like is that like he's not fighting, bro. Like literally, he is the best at 154, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, well, I don't know if he's coming back or what. Like literally, like the only one I can see it giving him issues is Ramos, Virgil. That's it. Everybody else, man, Mel fucks up.
Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe I'm thinking he took some time away that was
Hey,
much needed
Bakram.
because he was pretty active for a while. I think sometimes you got to step away, man. Sometimes you got to step away for a little bit.
And it was only active because like literally like fucking all the belts were on the PBC side, bro. Because look at Maul, bro. Like Maul, nothing.
I don't know, man. It look like Maul has some real mental issues going on, bro.
No, that too, but still, I mean, like who they have, like literally, he was and shit. I wish that fight would have happened, bro, because like literally, like it would have legitimized Maul as a 160, a middleweight champion, and it would have been a great fight. And that's when he signed to fight Mungia, but then Fish that's fucked it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I never thought that they was gonna ever fight. Just to be honest with you.
Neither did I, especially like since like it was like at the height where like literally like fucking nobody was fighting other promotions, and then fucking Ryan fucking however he pulled it out his ass was able to get the tank fight happening, and then fucking Jaime fucking stepped up to the plate. Maul stepped up to excuse me, Mel stepped up to the no Maul sorry stepped up to the plate, but then Fishnets for whatever reason, bro.
Now let me ask y'all this: do y'all feel like we're gonna see Virgil versus Jermell or Virgil versus Arrow for the top dog of Texas?
Versus Jamel, I see it.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping they can make those
I don't
fights.
I
What do you
don't
say?
think
Which
so
one?
because I thought they should have Virgil versus Earl Spence, but they never made that fight.
Earl's retired, bruh.
Yeah, Earl definitely, but he's still been training. Possibly see him back. And don't know. Let me Jamel 160
You're breaking up. But
or which?
yeah, and I don't know why people like still take Keith Thurman seriously, bro. That motherfucker's been retired. Keith Thurman ain't fighting nobody, bro.
Now, how my audio coming through?
Good now.
All right, that's a bet. Appreciate everybody that came in and showed love and turned up with us today. Shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody that smashed the like and definitely follow the page. B3 Picks TV. We growing, we grassroots, so we just working, trying to get the best content, trying to give everybody a chance to kind of voice their opinions on the sport of boxing. We had a great cook today, man. Listen. We can end it unless y'all want to keep cooking. We still got people in the building, so y'all let me know. BVO just fell off, but man, this was a great cook. We had Big Dre in the building. I didn't get a chance to say shout out to Adam. He said Yard is a linebacker. Yeah, Yard is definitely solid. I think he's a good puncher, but when you get to the Benavidez level, it takes more than punching power. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to hurt him. You're gonna really have to hurt Benavidez, and we haven't seen him in there with anybody that was really gonna put that type of pressure on him. I thought Morrell was gonna give him a test. I picked Benavidez to win, but Morrell couldn't even do it. And I think people said he got rocked in that fight or whatever the case may be. Um, Even still, if he got rocked, if that was what you call getting hurt, man, Benavidez, I can see why Canelo is not taking that fight. Benavidez is the monster that everybody that his nickname projects, and I'm definitely looking forward to that fight in November. We looking forward to Haney being back. Definitely looking forward to that September card. Pierre, you still in the building with me?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro. I wanted to say that yesterday clinched it for me, bro. Like literally, like I can't trust Cuban fighters or Australian fighters, bro. Like literally, they got them all backwards. Like fighters are extremely underrated, but lack experience, and the Cuban fighters, bro. And that's fucking what's that guy that's fighting Shishkin next month? What's his name?
Iglesias, like honestly,
Iglesias.
Iglesias.
And that's Iglesias, like literally, like changed the narrative or whatever. Like the Cuban fighters are extremely overrated, bro. Extremely, bro. Like literally, like every Cuban fighter, like fucking, as soon as they even get close to somebody that can fight back, bro, nothing. Morel
I'm
was the
with you.
best one, bro, and Morel, like literally in his biggest opportunity, bro, like fucking wasted it, bro.
Yeah, it just looked like he was overwhelmed, and I didn't think that it was going to be to that degree. But like the kid Iglesias, he's a power puncher too. But like you saying, we'll see versus Shishkin if he's really at that level. But a lot of those
And
guys are coming up.
Shishkin got it. Shishkin got a like he's got a vendetta right now. Like literally, he wanted to fuck up Skull for robbing him. I think it's gonna take it out on Iglesias.
Mm. I was high on Shishkin. Who did he beat on PBC that one fight he had on Showtime? Was it
He beat what should we call it? The
Jose
Venezuelan
Scott? Was it
kid.
Huskatagi?
It was Katiki, yeah.
Yeah, when
It
he
was up.
boxed with
He was
Huskatagi,
fucking up.
I was impressed with him. So
Oh,
hopefully, yeah. So hopefully he can kind of bounce back after the William Skull fight. Did you get a chance to watch the Shishkin Skull fight?
yeah, I did. It was like a complete fucking robbery, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
I
BT,
mean,
I wanted to ask you,
Skull is like manufactured. You can just tell, bro. Well,
did,
go ahead, my bad.
did, did you get a chance to watch the Rivera and I
From
forgot
last
the other
night,
guy.
Cordova,
Yeah.
Yankee, yeah. Yankee trash,
there was
bro.
a draw. Yeah.
Yankee is fucking trash, bro.
What happened with that
I
fight,
mean,
Free?
it was kind of a sloppy fight. I expected a lot more out of Rivera. I seen him fight before. But it was real sloppy. It was a whole
Mm,
lot of holding, whole lot of hitting behind the head and pushing guys' heads down and everything. I was like, that is sloppy.
that see,
Horrible fight.
and
But I remember he fought some Mexican cat, like literally like Mexican cat, not even that. I wouldn't say he's not good, but it's like literally, it's like just run of the mill fighter, bro. Like literally, like life and death, bro. Like as
he
soon as I saw
didn't.
that
You
fight, like
talking about Andy
Yanko,
Dominguez?
overrated, bro. Is it Dominguez? I don't think it's Dominguez.
Yeah, don't. Well, he did fight Dominguez. Dominguez rocked him, almost stopped him late in that fight. So
I
Yeah,
think he rocked him a few times, but I mean Yanko pulled it off. Don't get me wrong, but still, it's like literally, I think it probably was the Dominguez cat, but like Dominguez ain't nothing like
nah,
literally like oh my god, you know.
just a sturdy fighter. That's it.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's like, yeah,
I
Yanko super
took
overrated, bro.
a lot out of who ended up winning between Han and the other female.
I don't know. Watch the females, bro.
Because
Say,
I saw
you talking
Han
about
was the
Jasmine
champion.
Artiga?
I think that's who it was.
She got a
I
third round
know.
stoppage.
I did she? Because I know Han had got dropped in the first round. I was like, oh, because I
Ooh,
picked her on
I
my
didn't see that.
daggone little
Gotta go, fellas. Peace out.
Actually,
my
Thank you
fantasy
for
pick.
having me, bro. I gotta go. Peace.
She got dropped in the first round. She won the title, and then this was her, I think, her first title defense. And then she got dropped in the first round. I was like, oh snap! But then I saw her step on the gas a little bit in the second round. But I didn't get a chance to finish watching the fight because BBO had went live last night.
oh yeah, I didn't see. I didn't even get to see. I passed out on the fights free, so I still got to go back and watch them. But I did see that Artiga she got a stoppage. I did see Han end up getting the victory. I did not see that
Oh,
she got dropped though, so that's interesting.
and she
Damn.
got dropped in the first fight. I think it was like the first what 40 seconds of the first round. She got dropped. She got caught with a clean right as she was coming in. And Han got up off the canvas. I was like, "You better not lose this daggone fight."
Yeah, that was. I mean, they had a kind of MVP had a good event, but their A sides lost. Like Tellez lost. I mean, Rivera his stock gonna drop.
I did not
Step.
see that coming. I did not see Tellez getting his tail whooped the way he did. That man got beat like a rag dog. I did not expect that at all. And
Yeah,
somebody was
that
talking
was a
about.
surprise.
I remember last night. I mean, not last night. A couple of days ago, somebody was like, "Man, why Jaron Boots Ennis didn't fight him?" Well, the way he got beat, that would have been an easy fight for Jaron Boots Ennis as well.
Nah, yeah, exactly. That's the fight that I think that they wanted. That Boots probably wanted. Tellez, and then he'll get elevated to champion once Crawford dropped the title. But now that Baru got the belt, uh, I mean, I'm sure he gonna get some. He gonna get a lot of offers for that title.
Yeah, yeah.
Because because especially when he get elevated, free, he gonna be elevated in less than a month, right? With
Yeah,
Crawford.
the thing is, he's going to be just like a Botrom, so to speak, because if any of the big name fighters want to fight him, he's the champion, but they're the A side. Unless Turkey put the fight on, those champions are not going to get the bulk of the money.
Nah, 100%. You right about that. He does, but I think Eddie. I'm sure everybody's already. I'm sure Eddie Hearn is on with them right now because I think Jerron got a real high ranking with the WBA. So if this
Yeah,
fight is this fight is an eliminer for the WBA, then he definitely gonna get that fight next
I mean,
because that's gonna be the
it
biggest
looks like
offer.
a lot of those guys look like they starting to fall by the wayside at 54. A lot of those guys is getting beat. I mean, rightfully so. They fighting good competition. There ain't no easy fight up there. But the guys that we thought were the top of the cream of the crop, they starting to get beat. I mean, I want to see what happens in the Keith Thurman Sebastian Fedor fight. I think Sebastian should win. But I think Keith Thurman is experienced enough and crafty enough where he can pull off the upset. I
I
wouldn't be
agree.
surprised if he pulled off the upset.
I agree.
I know a lot of people expected Sebastian to stop Keith Thurman to the body. I mean, we talk about Keith Thurman body, but the problem is he's never been stopped. He's been hurt to the body, but he's never been stopped to the body.
Even that trick when he spit his mouthpiece out to save him time. That boy Keith got some experience, man.
Yeah, he does.
He got some little tricks to the trade that might drown Fundora.
That's why I think Keith. To be honest with you, I think Keith Thurman's gonna win that fight. I think Keith Thurman gonna win. I think a lot of people are gonna be surprised. I'm not 100% sold on Sebastian Fedor yet. I mean he's a good fighter, but I'm not saying he's unbeatable. We've seen him beat before. He's not unbeatable. I mean if John Ryder can beat him, I mean Brian Mendoza can beat him. I mean just about anybody can beat him. Brian Mendoza ain't the cream of the crop. I mean, as I said, I think Keith Thurman might put himself back in the championship level, and he's gonna be calling the shots again, and we want to hear Keith Thurman talk his talk and start talking about. I told you these young boys wasn't ready for a veteran like me. I'm one time, and we're gonna start hearing this again. It's just a matter of is Keith Thurman going to be is he going to have 2 year layoffs again, or if he going to stay active? That's the problem with Keith Thurman. That man had 3 fights in 6 years. That's 2 years in between each fight.
Keith Thurman is pretty much washed. I think. I don't think he's gonna be at the top level. I think they put him in with a easy guy like Brooke. Brooke Jarvis, thinking that he was gonna be able to, beat him up, and they was gonna make the Zoo fight. But uh, I don't know, man. I don't see him beating Fondora.
I think he is. I think they want to use Keith Thurman to put Fandora on the map, but I think Keith Thurman still has one last championship run in his under his belt because he doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on his body. That man, he's been fighting, like I said, once every 2 years, so his body has been rested up. So I think he still has one last big hurrah, and then you're going to see the end of Keith Thurman. I think he could very well go in there and pull up the upset, and I think I have to put some money on Keith Thurman because I think he might be a heavy favorite underdog.
Yeah, I definitely expect Keith Thurman to be a big underdog with the betting lines, just based off of inactivity and what Fondora kind of been doing his last few fights. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. If he can pull it off, he can make some good money.
I got to put some money on Keith Thurman, though. I think Keith Thurman might surprise the entire boxing world. And then people going to sit and say what they always say. Oh, well, who did Sebastian Fedor really beat, though? He beat Tim Zoo. We saw what happened with Tim Zoo.
Nah, that's a good point.
Uh,
You already know how that you're gonna discredit.
that's what they
That's
are.
how
No,
boxing work. That's how fans
I
work.
hate when they do that. They be so high on the dude, and then the dude lose. Well, who did he really beat, though? I'm like, come on, y'all was just high on the dude. Now all of a sudden he ain't beat nobody.
100%. That's the boxing world. That's the fans. BBO, you in the building? You moving around?
Yeah, I'm back, man. My bad. I'm back. I'm back. Um, I like Keith Thurman, man. I ain't gonna lie. I want to see Keith Thurman do well because one thing about Keith Thurman, man, he always is exciting. And, I just wish he would have fought more, but he's exciting. Eddie's a character, man. Like remember when he fought Manny Pacquiao back in the day? He was like, all the Filipinos are gonna bet on him. So I don't know if one time can win this. This just approved what we always knew that Errol Spence was scared of Keith Thurman. It wasn't the other way around. This would be validation right here.
Yo, you're crazy, bro.
And I'm man down forever, but I just got to be real, man. Like after that Chance Crawford fight, thank Father, I really feel like maybe they was keeping Errol away from the dangerous fights.
Man, they
After
kept
what? Wait,
people.
hold on.
He
After
kept
what fight?
himself away from a dangerous fight. He kept himself away from a dangerous fight, man. You didn't give me the opportunity. I'm not giving you the opportunity to put your name back on the map. I'm not mad at Earl that he did that because Keith Thurman didn't want to give him the chance to show his talent. So he said, I'm not giving you the chance to put your name back on the map. So I'm not mad at
Yeah,
Earl,
but
but
see, this
um,
this the thing. For you can't have it both ways. Free always talking about he want to see the best fight the best. I've been doing the show with Free almost 3 years.
I don't think that
Now
was
he
the best
changing
fight the
up.
best at that time.
Say it
Nah,
again.
That wasn't the best fight the best at that time. Keith Thurman had been he was out of the ring for 2.5 years. That wasn't the best fight the best at that time.
When him and Earl.
When Keith Thurman was trying to fight Earl after the Bud fight, Keith Thurman didn't
Yeah,
fight nobody.
nah. Remember they was signed to fight before the Crawford fight as well.
yeah, that's what I'm
Right.
talking about before.
And then
It wasn't the best fight the best. Keith
But
Thurman
but
didn't
Spence
fight nobody.
but Spence
yeah,
got out stepped
Thurman
out
was
of that
just fresh off the
rematch.
Barrios win. That's
It
it.
was it was best fight a layoff. That's what it was. Best fight the layoff. It
But
wasn't no
free,
best fight the best.
but free. I don't understand this. I've heard you many times compliment the fighter that Keith Thurman is. Many times. Many
Bro, I
times.
said
See,
Keith Thurman can fight. But like I said, it still wasn't the best fight the best. I don't think Keith Thurman is the best anymore. I
I
don't.
haven't seen I haven't
He's a
seen Keith
veteran
Thurman look.
fighter.
I haven't even really seen Keith Thurman look bad. If you ask me,
Man,
the
that nigga
second half of
look,
that,
no, that
go ahead.
man, fight.
Oh, I can barely understand you. It's like you going in and out, my brother. Say it again.
I said, did you watch the Mario fight?
Yeah, I watched it. He laced him at the end. It was
Man,
just that Keith
Keith
Thurman can't
Thurman
take
at
no
his
body shots. Something's wrong with Keith Thurman's body where he
Keith,
can't take no shots.
listen. Keith Thurman at his best would have slept Mario Barrio. At his best, Keith Thurman would have slept Mario Barrio. That wasn't Keith Thurman at his best. That was Keith Thurman, a older guy, a guy coming off a long layoff.
Two or
And you
three
expect him to
years.
get in with the same Earl Spence? Man, Earl Spence would have definitely went to his body. That's what Earl Spence liked to do, go to the body.
I don't know. I just think when I think about it now, man, I think Keith Thurman really just had a lot of bad luck, but I think he would always beat Earl because Terrence Crawford beat Earl so easy, man. I don't know.
Well,
I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah, that's Terrence Crawford. Keith Thurman ain't Terrence Crawford.
I wish they would have fought. I wish they would have fought, but Keith Thurman. You know what's weird? Free. I almost can't. It's hard to defend or even make a point because some of these guys don't be wanting to fight. So I don't be knowing what's up or down sometimes.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
honest,
See, what you do is you look at what somebody else did and say, "Oh yeah, this guy was a good fighter too. Maybe he would have beat him." No, I'm not giving him credit for what somebody else did. The man had the opportunity to fight Earl Spence before anybody really got a chance to know who Earl Spence was. He knew what Earl Spence was about. He wanted to get in the ring. Because nigga Floyd said, okay, if you want to fight me, go beat Earl Spence, and then I'll fight you next. Same way he did with Dagon Canelo Alvarez. He told Canelo Alvarez, go beat Austin Trout. You beat him, then I'll fight you next. Canelo Alvarez went in there, beat Austin Trout. Floyd fought him and beat him. So he told Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, y'all go beat Earl Spence. Y'all beat Earl Spence, then I'll fight you next. Both of
That's
them
a
said,
fact.
hell no.
so what? So let me ask you this, Free. What is Canelo's biggest win? I say Austin Trout. What about you? For when he fought
His
Austin,
biggest his biggest win
yeah. What would you say his biggest win is?
is his biggest
Triple
win.
G.
I wouldn't say it was Austin Trout.
What
I
only reason
would
I said
say
it because he was undefeated and wasn't he unified at 54? I can't
I
remember.
would say I would say his biggest win probably in my book was the Triple G fight, the first one.
I thought he lost that fight though. I thought he
It don't
lost the
matter if
first.
you it don't matter what you thought. That was his biggest win. No matter what you thought, he won.
Yeah. No, I'm not going at you. I'm just saying I felt like that fight. I don't know, man. I really feel like Triple G won the first one and it was a draw the second one. I just really feel
Yeah,
like that.
well, the problem is the man got 3 wins over Triple G.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, a
That's
lot
true.
of people thought that Canelo lost, got the win. I
But
mean,
we
like
but
I said, at the end of
we
the
got a
day,
meeting coming up. We
the
got a
only thing
meeting
that
coming up,
matters,
so I'm gonna get out the way. We got a
yeah,
meeting
we got to
coming up,
meet.
so I'm gonna get out the way.
We definitely got a meeting coming up. We about to live, man. I appreciate my brothers pulling
Angie
up.
baby,
Shout
make
out
sure
to
you
all the
subscribe to
queens in the chat.
BBO Boxing. Shout out to Angie baby.
Salute to the queen, Angie Baby, the beautiful queen.
Yeah, we gonna
Uh,
get up out of here.
hey, man, listen, it's the Sports Talk Network, the one and only, the People Network. Appreciate Dang Father pulling up. Appreciate Piero. Appreciate Marky. Appreciate BVO. Appreciate D Free. If I miss you, just know I love you. My brother Hot Rod was also in the building. Salute to everybody in the chat. God bless. And remember, let's go green.